This is Chambersburg Trojans football on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
This is a production of MidPennBroadcasting.com, where over 70 local sporting events a year stream live to your PC, laptop, phone, and tablet. Tonight's Chambersburg Trojans game is brought to you by F&M Trust. They're in the community and 100% local. Come to the right place for local banking. Member FDIC. Antrim Insurance, your local Erie insurance agent. Waste Management, environmentally friendly technologies and advanced innovations. RE/MAX Premier Executives Agent Lois Baer. Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency serving the tri-state area for 35 years. Lecron Comfort Solutions, serving all of Franklin County with professional service and installation. Klein Tours, New York City, Atlantic City, and more. Visit kleintours.net for complete tour schedule. Now, with the play-by-play, here's Gary Klein and Mike Berger.
Good evening, everyone, and you're looking live at Landis Field, where tonight it's the Chambersburg Trojans and Central Dauphin Rams. Central Dauphin coming in at 2 wins and 1 loss, coming off of a narrow loss last week at the hands of Wilson Westlawn, one of the perennial powerhouses in the District 3. And meanwhile, the Chambersburg Trojans at no wins and 3 losses, and the Trojans coming off of a 50-10 loss to Lower Dauphin. And Chambersburg has lost to Shippensburg 15-0, and their opening week loss in Greencastle. Still in search of a victory, and that victory is going to be even harder to come by as they enter the Mid-Penn Commonwealth schedule. And tonight, against one of the perennial powerhouses in the Commonwealth, the Central Dauphin Rams. Tonight's pregame show brought to you by Antrim Insurance, your local Erie insurance agent serving Greencastle, Waynesboro, Chambersburg, Mercersburg, and surrounding areas. Antrim Insurance, 169 South Antrim Way, Greencastle, and 1685 East Main Street in Waynesboro. And this starts a 7-week stretch of Mid-Penn Commonwealth play, and also kicks off a stretch where the Trojans are going to be playing 4 of their next 5 ball games on the road, and things might just keep getting tougher for the Chambersburg Trojans.
Yeah, we were just saying before the game, I can't believe it's already week 4. I mean, you get to the beginning of the season, you play those non-conference type games, which, you know, the last couple of years are very reachable in terms of winning. But for the Trojans thus far, winning has not been in their vocabulary. They've had a tough time early on in this season. Last week was a blowout at home. They had a very good crowd. And it's just going to get tougher. In fact, for last week, the Chambersburg Trojans actually was in a tied scenario against the Lower Dauphin Falcons. But after that, it all fell apart. So hopefully this week of good practice, getting the special teams, figuring out what they got to do to protect at kickoff. You never know what can happen at any time, any game, but definitely the odds are against them.
Yeah, and Chambersburg last week averaged less than 2 yards per play. And it is just impossible with those kind of numbers. And the real key in that ball game was Chambersburg had tied Lower Dauphin at 7-7 with about 6 minutes left in the second quarter. And you started to feel a little bit good about it. And the very next play, kickoff runs back. In the end, Chambersburg gave away 23 points on special teams. The defense did play well last week, despite that score of 50-10. And we're going to talk to Mark Saunders about that and about the Trojans' fortunes in 2014. And we will be joined by Coach Saunders after these messages on the F&M Trust, the sports network, on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Hello. Okay, people, here's your chance to come clean. Been punished? What did you do?
I backed into a tree.
I got dinged at the mall.
I hit black ice, then a parked car.
And your punishment was?
They raised my auto premium.
Here's how to stop the punishment. Get Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. With Rate Lock, you'll get a low rate that stays low, even if you file a claim. You're locked in until you change cars, drivers, or your address.
Oh.
Which means when you call on us, you'll feel like you're supposed to feel. Relieved.
For complete details or to get a seriously good quote, call Antrim Insurance. In Greencastle, call 593-0500. In Waynesboro, call 762-4565.
See for yourself why more than 90% of Erie customers stay with Erie. Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage. Insured must meet necessary underwriting guidelines. Premium may change if you make policy changes. Not all products are offered in all states. Patent pending.
It's home equity season at F&M Trust. The best time of year to rake in big savings with some of the best rates around on a home equity loan or line of credit. To rake in your savings during home equity season, visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Every day, Fast Signs helps businesses with their visual communications. We ask the right questions, recommend smart solutions, and help you build your business. At Fast Signs, we're innovators, planners, and designers, and we're more than ready to help. Contact Fast Signs today.
Visit www.fastsigns.com or visit us at our Greencastle and York locations.
Chalk Talk, the only program dedicated exclusively to Franklin County High School football, is on MidPennBroadcasting.com. Join Gary Klein and Mike Montadoro every Thursday night at 7:30, streaming live from John Allison Public House, 401 East Baltimore Street in Greencastle. We preview each week's upcoming games and talk with the players, coaches, and reporters. You're invited to join the conversation. Email us your questions and comments during the show. Chalk Talk on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Live and local.
This is MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Y'all ready for this?
Okay, we are talking with Chambersburg Trojans football head coach Mark Saunders. Last week, a very tough lower Dauphin team you had to go up against.
Yeah.
I know the score was 50-10 for the final, but did you see some improvement there? I thought the defense played well for most of the game.
Yeah, they did. Defense has been playing well for the better part of the season, actually.
Yeah.
We're just very inadequate right now on offense, and it's really frustrating, because we think we have opportunity to take care of things, and we just can't get it done. We just not making plays right now. So, and then I think, in a situation like that, we just got to go back to work, and we work on the fundamentals, all the things that we hope is going to help in the whole process. I think, going into the fourth game of the year now, I don't like to use words as being young or I think the word is probably more inexperienced than anything else, We just seem like we just, after looking at film and hours and hours, it seems as though I don't think our kids have really caught up to the speed, particularly our young kids. They have not caught up to the speed of the game itself. It's almost like we are at least one or two steps, from on each play, just a little slow. So, and I think that only comes with reps and practice and things of that nature. So, we've been upbeat, have a good week of practice, and I think, as a head coach, that's my job to make sure that, the coaching staff is together and the players. So we have not had any problem. We got good kids, but, I got to tell you, it can be frustrating when, we gave away 23 points over 50. We had some momentum going, tied the score, and lo and behold, here we go, let a kickoff ran back. So it's almost like filling a dike or a leak. You feel one little pin leak, and then another one goes. But so be it. When you have seasons that go awry like this a little bit, you have things like that. So you have to be prepared to make sure you have some way of kind of adjusting.
Yeah, and it was like 7-7 right at that point, and then it looked like he started to think, well, maybe they could make a little run here, and then up comes the interception the run back.
Yeah, I thought we had some momentum. Actually we did. That good. The kids were ready to go, and then that happens, so now we right back, kind of find ourselves out of the hole again. And, again, that just comes with having the ability to, hopefully do some things that's going to help us win games, and I think we can do that, so we just, there's another opportunity, and that's all we can ask for is opportunities to play and do well in games. So it's another one for us, and I think we'll be okay.
And you mentioned about the offense. It struggled, throughout the season. Is there any formula to come up with, or anything to try to, get that offense going a little?
Well, I think it starts with we're just not we're not getting off the ball on offense. It starts with the offensive line. I think, and we just not doing a very good job of sustaining blocks, which and it goes threefold. Because you want the line to be able to block, and then the running backs have to have some confidence. The line is going to be where they're supposed to be. So that's what's called a team. We're just not working together right now. I think that along with our third down percentage conversion is terrible. It's in the 20s, 25, 28%. You just can't win games like that. You got to be able to control the ball, move the chains, do all those type things. We just have not had a chance or opportunity to do that yet. But again, we go out, we practice, we're doing the same things. We're not going through. I think sometimes when you lose, you want to throw everything out and start anew. Well, I don't think we're at that point. I think we just need to continue to do what we're doing and get more reps. And I think our kids will be okay. But I'm still excited about this team. I think the future. If we can get through here and have success, you never tell what might happen. But it's an awful tough league, and so we got to meet fire with fire, and that's what we're going to do. So it's adversity for us right now, but I feel good about our kids. I think we're going to keep battling.
And you mentioned about the tough league, and that starts with the game with Central Dauphin. A team that last year you finally won for the first time in 20 years. Probably one of the biggest victories in recent memory. But this year again, Central Dauphin poses a big threat. Outstanding team.
Well, yeah, Coach McNamee does a great job with this club. They seem to truly reload every year instead of replacing. And they got a good program, and those kids they win. They love to win. They know how to win, and so I'm sure it's going to be. I'm sure they're waiting for us to come up there, because we beat them up there last year, and what was like you said, was a huge game for us. But we're going to have to come out and like I said, just be aggressive and try to do as much as we can offensively. We just need to move the ball, get some first downs. I really would feel better about our group. So, we got a huge challenge, but we're going to do everything we can to get it going.
Okay, and injury-wise, how are you going into this game?
I lost Clay Myers, who was a freshman punter, and really was coming on as a defensive back and wide receiver. Broke his hand, broke his finger again yesterday at practice. So, that kind of, because he was coming on as a punter, he's going to be a great player for us. And just had a few hand injuries there, and so he won't have him. So I think Taylor, who's our place kicker, is going to do some punting for us tonight. So Sam Blevins, I don't think he's going to be with us. He has a growing injury. Sam is one of our better defensive backs. Has over 21 tackles right now from his free safety position. So we're missing him. So we got some guys that have to step up, which is going to make us even younger. Yeah. But I think we're prepared. The guys are prepared. It's the matter of just going out there. And I tell them all the time, trust your eyes. You want to trust your eyes and see what you hit and believe what you see, and just go through your progression like you've been taught to do. So a lot of times like our young kids, they'll start one way and then they see something and then they go away from what they've been taught. So those are some mistakes we're making. But I'm excited for these kids. I really am.
Okay, well, good luck to you in the ball game with Central Dauphin and the upcoming Mid-Penn Commonwealth.
Well, we're looking forward to it. And thanks a lot. It's always nice talking to you.
Yeah, nice talking to you. Thanks.
And that's Chambersburg Trojans head coach Mark Saunders as the Trojans get set to play the Central Dauphin Rams. And we are pleased to be joined by Lizzie Arbogast.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Very
Lizzie,
well.
From Game Time PA and Public Opinion. And, boy, the task just gets tougher for the Trojans.
I know. It's an uphill battle, that's for sure.
And this Central Dauphin team appears to be on par with the CD teams we've been used to over the years.
Right. Well, and you look at the history between Central Dauphin and Chambersburg, they already Trojans already don't have it going in their favor. Then plus everything that's been going on this year, this probably won't be a very good ball game, I would think.
Yeah, that's almost it would be a surprise if it was.
Right. Yeah.
But
I think Coach Saunders is looking for just little victories. You know what I mean? A strong run here, a first down there, kind of thing. Things that they can build upon, which is important.
And that's what he was talking about on the pregame show with us.
Right.
And saying it's the offense just, when you run 63 plays at average less than 2 yards a play.
Something's wrong.
Yeah, there is something. It's
when your best offensive standout is your kicker, it's probably not a good sign.
Yeah, exactly. So, and hopefully, somewhere along the line, I think you just want to show improvement. And actually, defensively, this team has not played real bad over the first three.
I think defensively they're very strong. But you look at Lower Dauphin and the score was so high, but there's only so much the defense can do when they're on the field constantly. They're on the field probably 75% of the game. You have to expect eventually a team's going to be able to run up a score on them. Yeah. Greencastle and Shippensburg, they held, pretty much down, but Lower Dauphin was a different story.
Yeah, and Lower Dauphin, and they gave away 23 points in the game. So, and that does, and you put the defense onto the field, and you're only on for 3 plays.
Right. Yeah, they don't have much time to breathe, and now they've got their linebackers are playing running back, and they're trying to find that offensive spark. So more people are going both ways, and again, you get a tired defense.
Yeah, and the Mid-Penn Commonwealth as a whole, what do you see? Do you have any thoughts on?
I don't know too much about the other teams just yet. I know that Central Dauphin looks really good. I know that Cumberland Valley is going to be fine. Central Dauphin East is going to be. There's a bunch of really strong teams. It's hard to say yet without them facing each other how it's going to shake out.
See any victories along the way for Chambersburg?
Mifflin County.
That's
maybe?
what I was. Yeah. That's,
Carlisle, but Carlisle looks so much better than I did last year. It's hard to tell.
They're coming
Harrisburg,
in at 2-1. Harrisburg is undefeated.
Yeah,
in fact,
they're undefeated too.
They're the only Mid-Penn Commonwealth team, which is unusual. Coming into league play, they're 3-0.
They're the only ones.
They're the only ones. So, and Harrisburg is a team that we never know. They're up and down.
Right. That's why I say maybe they could. I don't know, but I don't see a whole lot of wins. Certainly.
Yeah. So. We'll see tonight, and hopefully the Trojans can make it a ball game.
That's what I'm hoping for.
And a little bit of offense along the way to hang on to the football and put a few on the board. Okay, okay, right. Lizzie, thank you.
See you at halftime.
We'll talk to you at halftime.
Thanks.
Lizzie Arbogast from Game Time PA and Public Opinion, and we are about 12 minutes away from kickoff tonight here in Central Dauphin. Speed Ebersol Stadium at Landis Field. Great venue for football. And we'll be coming back with more of the Antrim Insurance pregame show after these messages on the F&M Trust Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Days are shorter now, and South Central PA is showing off her best fall colors. That means home equity season at F&M Trust. The best time of year to rake in big savings with some of the best rates around on a home equity loan or line of credit. Access extra funds for anything you want. Consolidate high-interest bills, keep up with college expenses, or get whatever you need. It's up to you. To rake in your savings during home equity season, visit any F&M Trust office or fmtrustonline.com. Restrictions apply. Equal housing lender.
When you're ready to break away from the routine and step into a hassle-free world of fun and adventure, Klein Tours is the partner you need to make fantasy a reality. For more than 20 years, Klein Tours Incorporated has taken care of all the details for people traveling from the 4-state region of South Central Pennsylvania, Western Maryland, the Eastern Panhandle of West Virginia, and Winchester, Virginia area. Whether you're looking for a 1- or 2-day tour to the bright lights of New York City or the fun and excitement of Atlantic City, we've got you covered. And we offer special bonus packages so you can get more for your hard-earned dollar. Klein Tours is not only your source for major sports events and tickets to Broadway shows, we also offer multi-day air trips to destinations like Las Vegas and New Orleans. Subscribe to our newsletter for travel updates, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter. Our online travel center features real-time availability and purchasing is easy. Tours can also be reserved by phone at 888-597-5997.
Chalk Talk, the only program dedicated exclusively to Franklin County High School football, is on midpennbroadcasting.com. Join Gary Klein and Mike Montadoro every Thursday night at 7:30, streaming live from John Allison Public House, 401 East Baltimore Street in Greencastle. We preview each week's upcoming games and talk with the players, coaches, and reporters. You're invited to join the conversation. Email us your questions and comments during the show. Chalk Talk on midpennbroadcasting.com.
Live and local. This is midpennbroadcasting.com.
To the capital city, everyone. The Chambersburg Trojans and the Central Dauphin Rams getting set to square off on homecoming night here at Central Dauphin, and a lot going on the field, even in the pregame, as the 2004 undefeated Central Dauphin Rams, one of a many of a long, long line of great teams that have played at Central Dauphin. They're being honored tonight on their 10th anniversary of that undefeated season.
Yeah, the crowd's excited. A lot of festivities, as you said. The weather's nice for football. A little bit of a breeze. See how that impacts the flight of the ball tonight, and see how the Trojans do. And this type of crowd, they usually always have a good ruckus crowd. We like the way the band plays to keep the crowd going and moving. And that's how when you come up here, this Harrisburg area schools, it seems like they have a great support group. They got great fans. They always usually have good football teams. And they just keep the tradition alive. Even the concession stands are top notch.
Yes, they are. And this, to me, is a great venue for football. I've always enjoyed coming here to Landis Field. It is the home of both the Central Dauphin Rams and the Central Dauphin East Panthers. They share the stadium here at Landis Field. And looking back, though, Mike, almost a year to the day, I think it happened on September 20th because it fell on a Friday, but the Trojans came up with one of their biggest victories, maybe of this century, I would say, here at Central Dauphin High School with that 23-20 victory last year. They snapped a 20-game losing streak to the Rams at the time, and at the time the Trojans were sitting at 4 wins and no losses. They still went on to have maybe not as good a season as they would have liked. They finished at 6-4, lost in the first round of the playoffs to Lower Dauphin. But it was such a great football game here 1 year ago today. Of course, for the Trojans, a lot has changed. Most of the people who were on the field that night are no longer with the Trojans. And as Coach Saunders said during the pregame shows, Central Dauphin never replaces anyone. They just reload. And you never know they had a graduation.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Saunders definitely has a challenge. He has a team that, comes onto the field, not as many players as they've used to have had. They've only have it like in the mid-50s range as far as how many players they had to use. And Lizzie Arbogast has a good point. You got players being a linebacker. You got players that are also trying to be on the offensive side. And when you do that, you're going to tire yourself. When you're on the defense on the field the whole most of the game, and it's time to be on the offense, I mean, you don't have that 100% energy if you were solely just on one side of the field. And for the Trojans last week, the confidence was there. They had great defense in the beginning. They were able to get it where it was just tied. But, one mental lapse there on the special teams. They let go of a long touchdown. And then you have to regroup. You have to climb that ladder, try to get back in the game. And when you're down 3-4 touchdowns, you're in a heap of trouble. And for tonight, if they get the ball first or they're on the defensive side, they got to make a stop. They got to get a quick score on the board, do whatever they can to get the pressure on this Rams team. You don't want to be backs against the wall, down 14-0. You still got 8 minutes to play in the first.
Yeah, things just escalate when that happens, and that's what the Trojans want to avoid tonight. Try to find a way to keep this game close and be competitive. And this is the first week of Mid-Penn Commonwealth play. And other than our game here tonight at Central Dauphin, Carlisle is going to be at State College. CD East will be at Mifflin County. Harrisburg will be at Cumberland Valley. And the Eagles suffered a loss last week at the hands of Bishop McDevitt Crusaders. And that's from around the Mid-Penn Commonwealth. And also tonight in the Mid-Penn Colonial Division, the undefeated Greencastle Antrim Blue Devils are hosting Big Spring tonight, and that's another game you could watch on GameTimePA.com and MidPennBroadcasting.com. The Greencastle Antrim Blue Devils, Big Spring Bulldogs tonight. It is Waynesboro, and this should be very interesting. Waynesboro at Cedar Cliff tonight, and we'll try to keep an eye on that situation. As far as we know, although it has never been officially confirmed, Coach Marion Brennan has been suspended, indefinitely. And we should have more on that tonight when they take the field. But as a result of the actions last week and the accusations with Gettysburg, but they are playing Cedar Cliff at another tough test for the Indians tonight. You're going to have Northern at James Buchanan tonight, and Shippensburg at East Pennsboro, the other game in the Mid-Penn Colonial tonight. And here in Central Dauphin, it is homecoming, and we will be reminding you that tonight's pregame show has been brought to you by Antrim Insurance, your local Erie insurance agent serving Greencastle, Waynesboro, Chambersburg, Mercersburg, and surrounding areas. Antrim Insurance, 169 South Antrim Way, Greencastle, and 1685 East Main Street in Waynesboro. Kickoff is just around the corner, and we will be coming back with more of our pregame show after these messages.
Insurance companies that want to spend $1 gazillion on funny TV ads can go right ahead, as long as it's not my money paying for it. For seriously good auto, home, business, or life insurance, I go to Erie Insurance, where a great price is just the start. You get unbelievable service, independent agents you can really trust, and superior products. But don't just take it from me. Talk to your local Erie agent.
Call Antrim Insurance. In Greencastle, call 593-0500. In Waynesboro, call 762-4565.
It's home equity season at F&M Trust. The best time of year to rake in big savings with some of the best rates around on a home equity loan or line of credit. To rake in your savings during home equity season, visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Have heating or air conditioning needs? Look no further than Lecron's Comfort Solutions. We service all brands: heat pumps, humidifiers, system replacements, gas, oil, electric heat, and ductless systems. Lecron's Comfort Solutions is your authorized Terrain dealer. Call Corey at 717-597-3768 for a free estimate. We are licensed and insured. Lecron's Comfort Solutions. Local company, local name. Serving Greencastle and all of Franklin County with professional service and installation.
Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency, has been serving the tri-state area for 35 years. We specialize in screen printing and embroidered clothing. Del Martin Incorporated supplies a full range of brand-name uniforms for athletic, work, and medical applications, and a full line of advertising essentials. We have an in-house artist ready to put your ideas to work for you. T-shirts for schools, clubs, churches, and events. Del Martin Incorporated, 21 Sarah Susan Lane, Greencastle. Phone 717-597-5751 or online at delprint.com.
Streaming live with over 70 local sporting events a year, this is MidPennBroadcasting.com.
If it hadn't been for Cotton Eye Joe, I'd been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? If it hadn't been for Cotton Eye Joe, I'd been married a long time ago. Where did did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
The Chambersburg Trojans and Central Dauphin Rams about to get started tonight as Mid-Penn Commonwealth play opens. And this broadcast is brought to you by F&M Trust. It's home equity season at F&M Trust. A great time to rake in big savings with some of the best interest rates around on a home equity loan or line of credit. Learn more at fmtrustonline.com. Member FDIC.
Yeah, the one big player Chambersburg Trojans need to watch tonight is Serb Riley, number 6. He is a junior, 5'9", 190-pounder. He has 6 touchdowns, 304 yards total yardage. Actually, for the Rams, they have 9 different players that have scored or caught a pass, so they like to mix it around. That's something the Chambersburg had last year. We noticed a lot of players are in that offensive mode that they were able to, kind of get defense something to think about. When you only have one player that you're concentrating on, the defense knows who to go to attack, and that's what's been causing Chambersburg trouble lately.
Well, and tonight from Central Dauphin, we're probably going to see a lot of 2 quarterbacks, A.J. Millar and David Payton. And when Payton is in the game, it's another threat out of the backfield. He's already rushed for 180 yards on the season. And, a lot for this young Chambersburg team to contend with the Central Dauphin Rams. And as you can view on, if you're watching our feed on Game Time PA, the Trojans and the Rams getting set to take the field tonight here at Speed Ebersol Stadium at Landis Field. For years it was Landis Field, and I think last year we added the Speed Ebersol, and that was a trainer, was it, Mike? We talked about this last year, Speed Ebersol. He has a lot to do with Central Dauphin High School.
Yeah, a lot to do over the years. I'm not forget exactly what the position was, but the bottom line is they have a beautiful field, kind of like what Chambersburg does. They got a nice scoreboard, just a perfect venue for a football game.
And it is, and a big crowd here on a Friday night, especially when you look across the way at the Central Dauphin stands, and also a gathering here tonight from Chambersburg also. Chambersburg has won the toss, and they have elected to receive, and they will be going left to right here to start the game at Landis Field. Left to right across your computer screen, and a high booming end-over-end kick taken on the goal line, and going to come out to the 20 on the touchback for Chambersburg.
Khalib Jones there with the catch, and the Trojans will start on the 20-yard line. And like we said in the pregame, you want to take advantage. You have the ball first. You got to get something on the scoreboard, something to get you motivated and pumped up against this tough Ram squad.
And that's what the Trojans are hoping to do right here. as they will go to work. First offensive play of the ball game for Chambersburg. First down and 10 yards to go. Hunter Leedy under center. Motion from Pogue to the left. And there is a handoff in a hole and still on his feet all the way up to the 35-yard line. And what a way to start this ball game. Darius Johnson right up for a big gainer of 16 yards.
Yeah, right up the middle. He found a great hole. Great job of the offensive line. Right away, first down, Trojans.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for Chambersburg. And Leedy all ready to go again under center. Two backs in the backfield behind him. And Leedy will hand it off again. And this time the Rams have it red. And to meet Johnson at the line of scrimmage.
So you got to build on something. That first play on this drive definitely shows you something that Chambersburg maybe can show a little of their speed. They do have some good speed, some ball players, and getting some yards down the field.
So it'll be a 2nd down and 11. The ball at the 35-yard line. And that's Boaz Pogue, flanked to the right of your screen. Motion coming from the left. Leading us back. Wants to throw it. Is going to be sacked in the backfield. Back at about the 28-yard line.
Yeah, it took a little too much time as Mike Betts is waiting for him, 205 junior. And he got sacked hard, loss of yardage, and it's going to be a 3rd down, 11 to go, with 10:40 here early on.
So 3rd and 11, and the Trojans need 11 to keep this drive alive. It started out very good, but since then it's went backwards by 8 yards. A loss of 1 and a loss of 8 makes it 3rd and 19. Leading to the air. He's got Pogue complete, but it's not going to be enough for the first down as several Rams box him in at about the 30-yard line.
Yeah, Chambersburg, they had that trouble last week. They go out of the pocket, and they're looking for somebody close to them a couple yards away, and once you get that catch, the defense is waiting on you. 3 or 4 tackles, and then you're punting the football.
And Chambersburg has lost their punter, and will have, it looks like it's going to be Nazir Taylor, who had done the field goal kicking in, to punt it away. And the kick is going to be taken at about the 42-yard line. Myers, who had been doing the punting, broke his hand, I believe it was, Coach Saunders. Well, he mentioned it during the pregame show.
And Taylor's done a good job. He's been 2 for 2 on the field goal side, 2 for 2 for extra points. And now he has a little extra duty on his agenda.
And we'll see who the signal caller is for the Central Dauphin Rams as we start here tonight. And it's motion going to the right. And the quarterback will hand it off and barreling his way up through tacklers and into the end zone for a touchdown is Raleigh Serb, who you had talked about in the pregame show, Mike.
Yeah, one play.
44 yards. And just like that, the Rams are on the board, and they lead it by a score of 6-0.
Yeah, 7th touchdown, Gary, of the year.
And Jacob Kirshner will be in to kick it.
And I think he went through the whole team on that play. I mean, he just went through left to right, finding a hole. And
Chambersburg could do very little to stop it. The kick is up, and it is good. And at 9:36 remaining first quarter, Central Dauphin 7, Chambersburg nothing on the F&M Trust, the sports network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
It's home equity season at F&M Trust. The best time of year to rake in big savings with some of the best rates around on a home equity loan or line of credit. To rake in your savings during home equity season, visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Chalk Talk. We talk high school football every Thursday night at 7:30 on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Well, the Rams one play from scrimmage, and they lead this one by a score of 7-0. And the Trojans will get the ball back. Had a nice 16-yard run on the first play of the game, and the kick is going to be taken and downed again in the end zone for the Trojans, and they'll start 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, they had that nice run, but then they lost yardage on the next several plays to cause them to punt. And then one play, Riley Sir runs 44 yards, runs in, 7th touchdown of the year. Extra point good. Trojans already in the hole.
They trail it by a score of 7-0, and Hunter Leedy will go to work for the Trojans. One back behind him in the backfield, Darius Johnson, and there is the handoff and a yardage up only to maybe the line of scrimmage. And that's where it is. No gain on the play, 2nd and 10.
Looked like Darren Gardner had that feed there, a couple yards. Or actually no yardage.
Yeah, no yardage on the play. So it was Gardner.
And looking at the Rams line, they got some big guys in the front there. Number 63 especially, Joe Williams. He's 6'5", 270 pounds. Get past him, Gary.
Yeah, it'd be a difficult assignment. Leedy is back in trouble, throws it away, and it'll be a 3rd down and 10 for the Trojans.
We'll have to remember that guy when we do our basketball season, see if he's playing.
Yeah.
Joe Williams, 6'5", 270.
So right away, the Trojans faced with a 3rd down and 10 yards to go. 3rd and 10. And need the 1st down here. 3rd and 10. Quarterback Leedy with some play action. He has it off, has it complete, getting up to the 20 and up to about the 27-yard line, but short of 1st down yardage. On the play for the Trojans is Darius Johnson. So it'll be a 4th and 4 and another punting situation for the Chambersburg Trojans. 3 and out for the Trojans.
And Nazir Taylor, he is a freshman. And he has a lot of great years ahead of him here for Chambersburg.
And the kick is up and taken by the Rams and downed at the 45-yard line by Central Dolphins, number 21, Gary Gaston. So 8:17 to play, 1st quarter. Rams have run one play from a line of scrimmage and lead it by a score of 7-0. That one play was a 44-yard touchdown run by Raleigh Serb.
That's not good when you start your possession already in Trojan territory.
At the 45-yard line of the Chambersburg Trojans, motion going to the right. And with the football and getting brought down up at about the 38-yard line is Raleigh Serb again.
Yeah, nice tackle there by Rashid Eckert for Trojans, the senior 160. He made the stop there as Serb could have gone a lot longer.
And there is the handoff again, but very little, if any, yardage there, or is it? It is 1st down. They did pick up the 1st down. And you can see, you'll see a lot of running backs out of the backfield for Central Dauphin, as they have like 6 backs who have carried the football through the first 3 games.
You know what happens when you run the football a lot. The defense is going to get tired.
Absolutely.
And when you're on the field almost the whole game, you're going to be exhausted by halftime.
And there again is the quarterback. He'll keep it himself and get it up to the 30-yard line. To the 29 is where the spot of the football comes. And David Payton is the quarterback, Dave. And we mentioned that when he's in there, it's like another back in the backfield. And we have seen that a couple of times already. And this will be Payton. This time he throws. He has it off, has it complete, breaking a couple of tackles. And down to the 10-yard line is Mitchell Nice. It'll be a first down Rams.
Yeah, Mitchell, one of those 9 players we said during pregame, has caught a football on the Rams offense. Mitchell Nice, he is a junior. And once again, Rams are knocking on the door for another score.
It is 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line. The Rams can score can get a first down without scoring at the 1. But here they go to work. Peyton is under center for the Rams, and there is the handoff at getting over the 10 to about the 9-yard line. It was number 40, and that is Stephen McNeil. So it's 2nd down and 10 now. No gain on the play that time for Central Dauphin. Time 6:25 in the first quarter.
Mitch Haller was in that play there. Good job by him. He was part of that offense from last week, the Trojans, when he went 3 tries in and finally successful for the Chambersburg score.
And this is Peyton again going to the end zone, and it's incomplete. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 7 for the Rams.
Yeah, intended receiver is Colby Scher, 5'11 senior. Good coverage by Chambersburg, and they'd be really happy here to cause a stop, even if it's only a field goal attempt.
3rd and 7. The ball is on the 8-yard line. And Peyton with an empty backfield, and there's a flag on the play.
Going to be illegal procedure on the Rams. I'll bring them back 5.
And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 8. 3rd down and 13. They're putting the ball on the 13. Trojans trying to get to the stop here on 3rd down. And Peyton yelling out the signals, and he'll keep it himself and now throw it into the end zone, but was he over the line?
Yeah, the officials are coming in to talk about that. That's a good point.
I think he was over the line of scrimmage.
Well, they didn't do much talking. They're going to give the score. Looks like he was not.
So it will be a touchdown.
Like that was number 16, David Payton. Number 16 was out there with that catch.
And the extra point coming from the Rams from Jacob Kirchner. And the kick is up, and it is good. And with 6:05 to play first quarter, it's the Rams 14, the Trojans nothing on the F&M Trust Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Insurance companies that want to spend $1 gazillion on funny TV ads can go right ahead, as long as it's not my money paying for it. For seriously good auto, home, business, or life insurance, I go to Erie Insurance, where a great price is just the start. You get unbelievable service, independent agents you can really trust, and superior products. But don't just take it from me. Talk to your local Erie agent.
Call Antrim Insurance. In Greencastle, call 593-0500. In Waynesboro, call 762-4565.
This is Chambersburg Trojans football on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Score on their first 2 possessions and lead the Chambersburg Trojans by a score of 14-0. And here comes the kick, and another booming end-over-end kick taken by the Trojans, and again down in the end zone. So they'll go to work for the 3rd time tonight, 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, the pass was caught by A.J. Millar, number 13-yard catch.
Millar is the other quarterback that they use at times.
So, like you said, that's another weapon that they can take advantage of.
And you're also a lot of weapons they have here at Central Dauphin. So it'll be Leedy trying to get the offense going for the Trojans. He's back and is going to be sacked. He wanted to throw, took too much time, and got nailed coming in from the left side, back at the 10.
Yeah, Mike Betts, 205-pounder. Rams have some big guys on that line. They're looking and they're ready to go after Leedy. Loss of yardage. It's now 2nd and 18. Still 5:43 left here in the first. Seems like an eternity already up probably for Chambersburg.
Yes, it's we're just into the game for less than 7 minutes. Trojans already facing a 14-0 deficit. And they're looking now at a 2nd down and 18, and they hand off of the football is going to get it up over the 15 to about the 16-yard line. And a 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, Darius Johnson once again. He's had a couple good runs there early on. But it's all about consistency. You can't have one good run, and then your next 3 plays, you're on negative yardage.
And already the Trojans are 3rd and 10. They need a 1st down, or back it goes to Central Dauphin. And Leedy ready to go, drops back, under pressure, has it off, and complete. And battling for a 1st down, and he has got it up at the 30-yard line. And was that number 27 out of the backfield?
Yeah, Carter Edmondson, 165-pound junior, and he was hustling and charging through. He had 2 Rams on him, able to squeak by, get that 1st down for the Trojans, and maybe this is something that will get them going.
Okay, 1st and 10 at the 31. What they really need is to march down the field and put it in the end zone.
Yeah, at least get it in the Rams' territory.
And the quarterback back, and he hands the football off, but there's a flag down. And we'll see what that is.
Yeah, that close is usually like a face mask type penalty. Let's see what the officials are talking about. And yes, it is.
Against the Rams face mask?
Yes, it is.
And we'll see if it's the 15-yard or 5-yard variety. And it's only going to be the 5-yarder. But that puts the Trojans 5 closer. 1st down and 8 yards.
Yep.
1st and 8 for the Trojans. And again, this is Leedy, the quarterback, with motion from Edmondson again, but the handoff goes to Darius Johnson, and he's going to be greeted by, I think, 10 green jerseys.
Yeah, 10 of the 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, Johnson was trying to make a move, trying to twist around, but while he was trying to do that, 10 Rams are just waiting on him. You can't. 1 versus 10 is never going to work.
It's not going to work, and it didn't. But he did get it to the line of scrimmage. Yeah.
Strong guy.
It'll be a 2nd down and 8 yards to go. 2nd and 8. And this is quarterback handing the football off and getting the 1st down for the Trojans into Rams territory up to the 44. I believe it was
Darius Johnson.
Darius Johnson. Nice run. And the Trojans have had a couple of nice runs on offense tonight. At the 44-yard line of the Rams, the Trojans on the move, trailing in this one by a score of 14-0. And Leedy is back, and Leedy will give it to Johnson again. It's a couple of good moves, and he's got some room, and he is going to be up into Ram territory, almost 1st down or close to it, a couple of yards shy at about the 46.
Yeah, he can help and thank his line there, making the moves, getting the holes for him to get that key yardage. It's all about team, and right there was a good team play.
And 2nd down and 1 yard to go. 2nd and 1 for the Trojans.
And they're in Rams territory.
And this is Leedy again. Play action, goes to the air, has it off, and incomplete. Intended at the 45-yard line for trying to pick up the...
it was Zach High, number 24.
The fullback for Chambersburg, High. So it is now 3rd and 1.
Saunders is pumped up. He's out there really animated.
Yeah, he wants this first down right here. And there is the handoff, and we'll see where they spot the football. I don't think they have it.
It's all about forward motion, and I don't think he went anywhere. But the linesman running in as soon as the play stopped. They're looking at each other, and they're saying first down, Chambersburg.
So it is a first down. The forward progress results in the first down.
Yeah, because after that forward progress, he was back 3 yards or so. And it doesn't matter where you were initially on that forward charge.
And here's Leedy, the quarterback. And Leedy will give it to Edmondson, and Edmondson has some nice yardage on first down up to near the 40-yard line.
Trojans are finding some weakness there on the Rams on the running game. They're getting good in the middle, breaking a hole to get some yardage, and this has been a good drive for Chambersburg, taking at least 3.5 minutes off this first quarter clock.
Well, you'll take 4 yards on first down anytime.
Exactly.
2nd down and 6 for the Trojans, as they have put a drive together that started at their own 20, and they've marched to the Rams' 42-yard line. And this will be Leedy, the quarterback, but nothing doing this time. It'll be 3rd down. A 3rd and 6. Almost think we're in 2-down territory here, Mike.
Yeah, you got to do. This is the best drive they've had early on here.
Maybe of the season.
Number 68 for the Chambersburg is on the ground, and he's limping. So the officials called their own timeout, but the Trojans might have to call. And 68 is Albert Bumball, 258 junior. He's on the ground here. Looks like maybe an ankle.
So it'll be a 3rd down and 5. But right now, the main concern is the man on the field, number 68, Albert Bumball. And he is getting up under his own power, but he's going to be assisted off the field. And the Trojans will go to work. 3rd down and 5 yards to go. 3rd and 5. And the ball at the 41-yard line. Ball at 41. And inside of a minute, we're down to 50 seconds left in quarter number 1. And that's Edmondson in motion. And the handoff and getting room around the right side. That's Darius Johnson. And he does, I believe, have first down yardage.
Well, they're stopping the clock. There was a flag there late after maybe a block in the back.
And we'll see what the call is.
It is against Chambersburg.
And that will nullify a pretty good run.
Illegal block by the Trojans.
So it's going to be a big one, too. Looks like a 10-yarder. And it's
and that really gets you frustrated. You do all this hard work on these runs, and then a penalty kind of offsets what you were trying to accomplish.
So it's from the line of scrimmage, so it's a 3rd and 10, the penalty. And this is Hunter Leedy. And Edmondson in motion again. Leedy is back and throws, has it off to Darius Johnson. He's got some room down the right sideline. First down, Trojans. Unless he stepped out, it is first down. I'm pretty sure he was in bounds for the first down. It sure looked that way.
Yeah, it's going to be a first down. That's a great way after a tough penalty to re-energize your squad and get those 10 yards back.
What a way to bounce back.
I mean, they're down 14-0, but I tell you what, they look like Momentum has shifted on their end.
And only 9 seconds left here in the first half. One back in the backfield. And there is a handoff, and wow. Getting knocked down there at the line of scrimmage. That looks like number 27, Edmondson. Yeah.
And Cole Vilecki with that unreal hit there. 195-pounder sophomore.
And that's the way the first quarter ends. The Trojans are coming to life. They trail it 14-0 after the end of quarter number one on the F&M Trust, the Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Days are shorter now, and South Central PA is showing off her best fall colors. That means home equity season at F&M Trust. The best time of year to rake in big savings with some of the best rates around on a home equity loan or line of credit. Access extra funds for anything you want. Consolidate high-interest bills, keep up with college expenses, or get whatever you need. It's up to you. To rake in your savings during home equity season, visit any F&M Trust office or fmtrustonline.com. Restrictions apply. Equal housing lender.
Chalk Talk, the only program dedicated exclusively to Franklin County High School football, is on MidPennBroadcasting.com. Join Gary Klein and Mike Montedoro every Thursday night at 7:30, streaming live from John Allison Public House, 401 East Baltimore Street in Greencastle. We preview each week's upcoming games and talk with the players, coaches, and reporters. You're invited to join the conversation. Email us your questions and comments during the show. Chalk Talk on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
And quarterback back to throw, and it is incomplete. It was intended for Caleb Jones.
Yeah, right away. They say hike, quick throw, about 2 yards out. Looks like Jones wasn't ready for it. And now it's a 3rd and 11.
So faced with the 3rd and 11. And the Trojans have called a timeout. So a timeout on the field will do likewise. 3 seconds into the second quarter. 14-0 Rams on the F&M Trust Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Every day, Fast Signs helps businesses with their visual communications. We ask the right questions, recommend smart solutions, and help you build your business. At Fast Signs, we're innovators, planners, and designers, and we're more than ready to help. Contact Fast Signs today.
Visit www.fastsigns.com or visit us at our Greencastle and York locations.
Chalk Talk. We talk high school football every Thursday night at 7:30 on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Trojans faced with a 3rd down and 11 yards to go from the Rams' 36-yard line. And that's Johnson in motion, leading back, has time, has it off. Edmondson drops the ball at the 41-yard line. It'll bring up a 4th and 11.
Yeah, that was a big drop. Edmondson had nobody around him. If he would have caught that, would have maybe had a chance to get close to first down territory.
Yeah.
And we were talking about here about once you get to that 4th down, you're going to have to go for it. I mean, you're already down 14-0.
And so the Trojans are going for it at the 36-yard line. They have had a nice drive here. There's, started on the 20 and all their own 20 all the way to the Rams 36. Leading is back, pumps, throws, looks sideline, incomplete. As he intended it over there for Reggie Adams. And the Rams will take over on downs.
Couple scores, Gary. Northern 7, James Buchanan 0. End of the first quarter. And Waynesboro playing Cedar Cliff tonight. Is that correct?
That's correct.
They're down 20-0 end of the first. Cedar Cliff leads 20-0.
And that is not surprising at all. Those Hershey dreams are melting away. If they haven't already. And We do have a new quarterback in for Central Dauphin, and there is the handoff and getting around the right side, and now out in the open at the 30, all the way down to the 28-yard line for the Rams is number 28. It was Dylan Weaver.
Yeah, number 24, Dylan Weaver. Nice run on the right side there. And there was no Trojans around him. He was going for the races.
I think A.J. Millar has taken over at quarterback.
And that's frustrating for Chambersburg. You had about 6 minutes of possession there, not able to score.
Motion coming, and there is the handoff, and getting it all the way down to the 20-yard line is Raleigh Serb.
So the Trojans, who had a nice long drive, one of the best they've had all year so far. You can't really say best when they didn't score.
No, that's you want to come away with some points, and they didn't. It was a drive that was 44 yards, and there is the screen pass out along the left side, and still on his feet, and being finally brought down at about the 15-yard line.
Dylan Weaver again, number 24.
So it'll be a first down, and we have another down the Chambersburg Trojan.
That's not good for Chambersburg. We have under 50 players are dressed up tonight.
You had 47 players.
Yeah, I counted 47 during the pregame.
Numbers are down this year for the Trojans. There's no denying it.
And you look across the field at Rams, if you're watching it, there's a lot more than 47 dressed up on the other end.
Yes, we've got 3 columns of Central Dauphin Rams here.
Gary, while we're having a short break here, did you say the key word yet for the contest?
Well, we are giving you a chance to win 2 tickets to the Eagles-Redskins game coming up on Saturday, December 20th at FedEx Field in Washington. And if you know, and I'll let you pick the keyword, Mike.
Keyword is comeback.
Okay, comeback. That's what the Trojans have on their mind. And just go to midpenbroadcasting.com, click register to win, and in week 10, we'll draw the winner. We'll draw the winner from all the entries received during the year. Ticket and bus transportation included from Klein Tours to the Redskins-Eagles game, Saturday, December 20th. Could be a huge ball game.
Yeah, definitely could. The Eagles are off to a great start.
And there is the handoff, and going up the middle for yardage down to about the 5-yard line?
Very close to the 5-yard.
Actually, they're spotting it at the 4. Pickup of 6. So the Rams have scored both times they've had the football, and there's a flag. And I think it is on the Rams.
Yeah, I mean, especially when the referee way back there is calling, it has to be on the Rams,
Yeah,
I think.
In the backfield.
Too many players on the Rams. We're going to go back 5. I mean, if the referee calls something on the Trojans way back there, if I was a coach, I'd be going nuts.
So it will be now a second down and 9 yards to go. 2nd and 9 for the Rams. Leading in the ball game by a score of 14-0. And Millar, the quarterback, and he is going to hand the football off, but the Trojans are right there to greet the ball carrier.
Yeah, Kelton Chastalik was right there waiting for him. 6'2", 240-pound sophomore. And right there we talked about the season, the defense has been a positive sign. You got some big guys that are sophomores. You got to build, and Coach Saunders talking about during the interview with you, Gary. You got to build on what you have, and you're trying to build something here for the future. I mean, you got guys, sophomores, even some freshmen. You got to start somewhere.
And quarterback Millar is back going to the end zone. It's complete for the touchdown.
Yeah, it's Mitchell Nice, number 87. Looked like a design play, worked right to perfection.
So it moves to 20-0 in favor of the Central Dauphin Rams. And Kirshner will be on to attempt his third extra point of the night. And he's got it. It's good. And now with 8:58 remaining to be played, first half, it's Central Dauphin 21. Chambersburg nothing on the F&M Trust, the sports network, on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
There's nothing like being at the game. The excitement, the fun, the food, and all the waste. Whether it's popcorn boxes, hot dog wrappers, or this soda cup. Big games generate tons of waste. That's why Waste Management is helping stadiums and businesses reduce waste altogether through recycling and organic composting. To learn more, talk to your local waste management representative or visit thinkgreen.com.
You're listening to Trojans Football with Gary Klein and Mike Berger on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Well, the Rams getting set to kick the football off again, leading 21-0, and it's going to bounce and be down in the. No, it's picked up this time in the end zone by Chambersburg.
Maybe they should have went to the 20-yard line, what they've been doing the last couple possessions.
So that is out to only the 9-yard line. So now the Trojans will start.
So Riley Cerbez touchdown. Mitchell Nice now with his second TD of the evening.
And the 21-0 Central Dauphin lead with 8:55 to go in the first half. And this is Leedy, the quarterback. He's back out of his own end zone, throws it, and the pass is incomplete. Lucky it was not intercepted.
Yeah, very risky play there. Malik Fry, number 1 senior for the Rams. He was leaping in the air like doing a basketball move. Or that would have been a very easy extra 6 for the Rams.
They lead at 21-0.
Yeah, you don't want
really
any more.
Don't need a free 6.
Right.
And that very well could have been on that one. Leedy, signal caller for Chambersburg. And he's back and throws again and has it off and incomplete as he intended it for Carter Edmondson out of the backfield. And already it's a 3rd and 10.
Doesn't get a chance for the Trojan defense to take a break.
Only taking a few seconds off the clock, too. So it is 3rd and 10. And the Trojans at the 9-yard line. And quarterback back throws, and again overthrown, as it was intended for number 2 of the Chambersburg Trojans, Reggie Adams. And the punt team on for Chambersburg.
Yeah, they need a good punt here. They're way deep in their own territory. You don't want to get the Rams too close. The number 1, Malik Fry, he's hovering around Trojans' 35-yard area, looking for that catch, and he's going to run.
And the Trojans putting out of their own end zone. And a nice kick off all the way up to about the 40-yard line. The Trojans need a stop, though, and they're going to get it at about the 35. So,
yeah, good special team coverage by the Trojans there. Fry wasn't able to do anything with the football, but still, Rams have it in good territory on the 32-yard line.
and this broadcast is brought to you by the investment and trust experts at F&M Trust. Point your future in the right direction with smarter retirement planning from F&M Trust. For more than a century, we've provided members of the community with personal guidance and expert financial management solutions. We can do the same for you to reach your goals tomorrow. And here is the pass off and incomplete at the 15-yard line. And schedule your no obligation retirement review at F&M Trust today.
Yeah, that was a pass intended for Mitchell Nice, who already has 2 touchdowns. Trojans good double coverage there. This out of the reach over the head of Nice. Rams still in good territory, though.
And it'll be 2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line. And the quarterback back throws, has it off, has it complete up to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, he finds Nice there with the throw. Nice gets a couple yards, and it's going to be 3rd and a couple for a first down. 3rd and 3 officially.
A.J. Millar, the quarterback for Central Dauphin. And Glenn McNamee, head coach of the Rams, always with an outstanding first-class program here at Central Dauphin. And empty backfield this time for Millar. Now motion coming. Millar is going to keep it himself, and he's going to get up to about the 24-yard line, and it'll bring up a 4th down for the Rams. 4th and 1.
And the Rams, they played a very big game last week. They lost to Wilson, but everybody knows Wilson, the type program they have. In fact, they have an NFL quarterback. Chad Henne has been with, I think, about 8 different teams now. But they have they always have a strong football program in the Reading area.
So here's the 4th and 1, and the Rams going to go for it on the ground, and we're just going to have to wait. I think he's got it. It was actually a lot less than a yard. And any kind of forward progress would give the Rams a first down, and we'll see what the officials say. They have not changed the marker yet. And it is a first down Rams.
Greencastle with a 7-0 lead over Big Spring thus far, ending there in the first quarter.
1st and 10 at the 21. 6:57 remaining to be played first half. Gary Clyde and Mike Berger, thanks for joining us from Harrisburg tonight for Trojans football. And here is the handoff and running around the right side and getting a yardage is going to be number 2. And
say that name, Gary.
Yeah. Chamini Akpara.
Exactly on the money.
Yeah. It is a 2nd and 1. I would not know. To be and here is the quarterback, and is he going to get in? No, it's
close to another first down. It is going to be a first down. So with 5:57, Rams can kind of take their time, go over some plays, how they want to do this. As the clock is ticking, Trojans need a good defensive stronghold here to avoid our 6 points.
1st and goal from the 6 for Central Dauphin. They've already built a 21-0 lead and threatening to add to that. And Trojans all over to make the stop. And no gain on the play. It'll be a 2nd and 6. Or now they're saying it is a gain. 2nd and 3. Gain of 3. Rams ready to go. Quarterback back and a handoff and getting knocked in the backfield for a loss.
Yeah, good job by Chambersburg there on that possession. A lot of team help there. Jacob Malego, he's a senior. Still going to be 3rd and goal for the Rams.
And the ball at the 5-yard line. 3rd and goal from the 5 for Central Dauphin. And again, the handoff and wiggling his way for a couple of yards over on the far side, but it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Yeah, Rally serve, trying to find an opening there on the left side. Mitch Haller there. Nice tackle.
So it'll be a 4th and goal from the 2.
They're going for it.
And even if they stop, the Trojans are 98, 99 away from pay dirt. And there is the handoff, and the Trojans have held. Good defensive stand from Chambersburg.
Yeah, Colton Brookins there, ready for it. Rams only had 2 yards to gain to get 6 points, but the Trojans said not this time. They created a brick wall, and the Trojans get the ball back, but unfortunately, now you got a challenge. You got 98 yards. They got a score.
Yeah, actually 99 as they spotted it back on the 1. So the Trojans practically out of their own end zone. 99-yard touchdown play would take care of that, Mike. Quarterback will hand the football off. And I think only back to the line of scrimmage is the ball carrier.
Whistle is blown. Is there a flag? Officials are gathering in the circle there. It looks like a timeout instead by the Rams.
So Central Dauphin calls time, and we'll take time also with 3:38 to go to halftime. The score is Central Dauphin 21, Chambersburg nothing on the F&M Trust, the sports network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Days are shorter now, and South Central PA is showing off her best fall colors. That means home equity season at F&M Trust. The best time of year to rake in big savings with some of the best rates around on a home equity loan or line of credit. Access extra funds for anything you want. Consolidate high-interest bills, keep up with college expenses, or get whatever you need. It's up to you. To rake in your savings during home equity season, visit any F&M Trust office or fmtrustonline.com. Restrictions apply. Equal housing lender.
Streaming live with over 70 local sporting events a year, this is MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Back here at Central Dauphin High School. It is now 3rd and 10 for the Trojans as a ball remains on the 1-yard line. So 3rd and 10 as Chambersburg has not been able to move it, backed up in at their own goal line. 3rd and 10.
Yeah, I saw movement from here. Officials are going to call a flag. See who moves first. It's on the Trojans.
It's not a lot of room to go back. That would put it back to the half-yard line.
So now they got, 99 and a half yards?
Yeah, 99 and a half yards to go for the touchdown. And here is quarterback. Is he going to get knocked down? And
immediately rushed by the Rams. Leady had nowhere to go.
And it'll be a 4th down and 11. And the Trojans will be punting out of their own end zone. The Rams, anticipating a short kick, have a back standing at about the 27-yard line. And here comes the kick from Chambersburg. And it's taken at the 35 and bobbled by the Rams, but picked up and still on their feet up to the 25-yard line is number 1, Malik Fry, and a flag goes down.
Yeah, Malik Fry dropped that. He could have had a good shot to get a lot more yardage. We'll see what the flag is all about. It was after the play. And they're waving the flag off. So why throw it?
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. Why throw it? What? So Central Dauphin will go to work again, trying to add to their 21-0 lead at the 35-yard line. And Millar is back. He has it off. He has it complete and getting running room and a lot of it and into the end zone. Touchdown, Raleigh Serb.
And Riley Serb made a nice spinning move, 360 around the defender for the Trojans. And he was able to run in, and it's not good going into halftime. Well, you still got 3:09. You're down 27 points. And another score, if they get the extra point here before halftime, you'll be in a mercy situation.
And yes, the next one would do it if both extra points were converted. And here comes the kick. It is up, looks perfect, is. And with 3:09 to play first half, it's Central Dauphin 28, Chambersburg nothing on the F&M Trust Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Have heating or air conditioning needs? Look no further than Lecron's Comfort Solutions. We service all brands: heat pumps, humidifiers, system replacements, gas, oil, electric heat, and ductless systems. Lecron's Comfort Solutions is your authorized Terrain dealer. Call Corey at 717-597-3768 for a free estimate. We are licensed and insured. Lecron's Comfort Solutions. Local company, local name. Serving Greencastle and all of Franklin County with professional service and installation.
Live and local. This is MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Welcome back to Central Dauphin High School, where it is a 28-0 lead for the Central Dauphin Rams. And we still have 3 minutes and 9 seconds remaining to be played. Here in the first half, it's homecoming at Central Dauphin, so we are going to have about a 20-minute halftime break here. And there's the kick taken by the Chambersburg Trojans. And on the return, it's going to be the Trojans' Caleb Jones. And that's where Chambersburg will go to work with 3:03 remaining. It's going to be a first down, 10 yards to go.
So what are you going to do for 20 minutes, Gary, since we got this extended halftime? You going to sing a song? Or?
I'm not going to do much singing. I'm going to leave and let you take care of it, okay?
We get some more of those delicious French fries out.
Yeah. And here is the quarterback handing it off, but pickup of a few yards.
Yeah, 24, Zach High with the carry. Couple yards, and for the Trojans, I mean, you just got to act like it's you're a close game. You can't think you're down 28 points. Your main goal is to try to put something on the scoreboard here before halftime.
And the handoff will get the ball up to about the 25 for the Trojans. With the clock moving down to 2 minutes, 15 seconds, and the Trojans are faced with a third down and 4 yards to go. 3rd and 4.
And the first quarter, Greencastle 7, Big Spring 0.
And there it is again, but the Rams stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Greencastle's in for a little tougher test, I believe, this week. Big Spring has played very well. And it's going to be a timeout called. Central Dauphin with 1:55 to play. 4th down and 4. It's 28-0 Rams on the F&M Trust Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Football season is here, and Klein Tours has your ticket and bus transportation to NFL action. We have trips to all Baltimore Ravens home games. Join Klein Tours as we travel to Miami to watch the Ravens play the Dolphins December 6th through 9th. We have your ticket and transportation to see the Washington Redskins. Trips to New York City, Atlantic City, multi-day tours, and more. Klein Tours, the Tri-State's #1 tour and travel agency. Visit us online at kleintours.com or phone 717-597-5997.
This is Chambersburg Trojans football on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Gary Klein with Mike Berger. Welcome back as the punt is coming. And it's going to be taken at about the 43-yard line, and running down the sidelines and out of bounds is going to be Malik Fry. So the Rams will have another chance with 1:42 to go. Already leading 28-0. Their next score will start the mercy rule.
And that play, Gary, was not very smart by the Trojans. They kind of watched the punt with the Rams, and then Fry decided to take it, and he gained 15 off it.
So another timeout here. Was that the Rams again that called that?
Rams have one timeout left, so can you please explain to me why they're calling timeouts? I'd love to know.
I don't have the answer, but with 1:42, another timeout, and this broadcast is brought to you by Mobile Express Deposit from F&M Trust. With Mobile Express Deposit, you can use your smartphone camera to point, click, and deposit checks anytime. Mobile Express Deposit, another great feature, built into the F&M Trust mobile app. Learn more at fmtrustonline.com, member FDIC. And want to remind you again about tonight's keyword, which is comeback. And you could email the word comeback from our MidPennBroadcasting.com page under register to win. Click on, and you'll automatically be in the drawing for 2 tickets to watch the Redskins and Philadelphia Eagles at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland on Saturday, December the 20th.
Not just tickets, right? You get transportation.
And bus transportation.
You may need a jacket for that game.
Yeah, December 20th. You never know.
You never know.
Yeah. And we have an extended timeout here. Was there an injury or?
There's been an injury on the sideline here on the Trojan side.
And yes, it was. Trojans have had a few down players tonight.
It was Zach Hyde that was down. Looks like he's okay.
Trojans will be home next week to take on the Little Lions of State College, a team they have never beaten. And it's been 11 years at State College. The last 2 years, Chambersburg has lost in the waiting seconds to State College. But the Little Lions will be in Chambersburg next Friday night. We'll have that game on midpenbroadcasting.com as well as GameTimePA.com. And after that, it's on the road for 3 straight weeks for the Trojans. And there is the quarterback back and throws it out of the backfield and only getting up to the 30-yard line. And it was Dylan Weaver.
Yeah, quick tackle there by Cody Kunkelman.
And again, the quarterback runs. It gets it up to about the 25-yard line. And
so we got a timeout.
So another timeout by the Rams. It's a 3rd down and 5 from the 25. It will take time with 1:11 to play here in the first half. The score is Central Dauphin 28, Chambersburg nothing on the F&M Trust Sports Network on midpenbroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
It's home equity season at F&M Trust. The best time of year to rake in big savings with some of the best rates around on a home equity loan or line of credit. To rake in your savings during home equity season, visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Streaming live with over 70 local sporting events a year, this is midpenbroadcasting.com.
Well, with all the timeouts, you'd think we were in a nip and tuck ball game here, but it's 28-0 Rams. And there is the handoff, and not much room this time at all, up to about the 23-yard line. As we're inside a minute to play, a 28-0 Central Dauphin lead. And the Rams are coming in to kick a field goal. I'm not sure I understand this either. 4th and 2 at the 22, 32. It'll be a 39-yard attempt.
We'll see what happens there. It looks like they're going to hit.
Mercer's kick is up, has the distance. It is no good. No good. And the Trojans will take over on the missed field goal with 27 to play.
Well, you never know. You may need a field goal and down the road in the schedule. You got to keep your field goal kicker sharp. And you're up 28-0. Shippensburg tonight's playing East Pennsboro. They're losing 7-0 in the second quarter.
East Pennsboro, a new member of the Colonial Division. A lot of changes in the alignment with Gettysburg moving to the York Adams League. And we get a whistle on the first play.
14-0 Northern at halftime against James Buchanan.
So the Rockets, who have lost 2 in a row to Fairfield and then to Camp Hill, trailing again. And it'll be a 1st and 15 now for the Trojans with 26 seconds to play here in half number 1. And there is the pitch back again. And getting a hole and getting first down and a whole lot more.
And a fumble.
At the 20-yard line, but is it?
Looks like the Trojans were able to recover it.
So they do maintain the football. but that may have been the final play of the first half. And we'll go to halftime with the score: Central Dauphin 28, Chambersburg nothing, on the F&M Trust Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Days are shorter now, and South Central PA is showing off her best fall colors. That means home equity season at F&M Trust. The best time of year to rake in big savings with some of the best rates around on a home equity loan or line of credit. Access extra funds for anything you want. Consolidate high-interest bills, keep up with college expenses, or get whatever you need. It's up to you. To rake in your savings during home equity season, visit any F&M Trust office or fmtrustonline.com. Restrictions apply. Equal housing lender.
Football season is here, and Klein Tours has your ticket and bus transportation to NFL action. We have trips to all Baltimore Ravens home games. Join Klein Tours as we travel to Miami to watch the Ravens play the Dolphins December 6th through 9th. We have your ticket and transportation to see the Washington Redskins. Trips to New York City, Atlantic City, multi-day tours, and more. Klein Tours, the Tri-State's #1 tour and travel agents. Visit us online at kleintours.com or phone 717-597-5997.
There's nothing like being at the game. The excitement, the fun, the food, and all the waste. Whether it's popcorn boxes, hot dog wrappers, or this soda cup. Big games generate tons of waste. That's why Waste Management is helping stadiums and businesses reduce waste altogether through recycling and organic composting. To learn more, talk to your local Waste Management representative or visit thinkgreen.com.
Every day, Fast Signs helps businesses like yours with their visual communications. We ask the right questions, recommend smart solutions, and help you build your business. Our knowledgeable consultants uncover your communication challenges and provide visible solutions. At Fast Signs, we're innovators, planners, and designers. We're more than fast, more than signs, and we're more than ready to help. Contact Fast Signs today.
Visit www.fastsigns.com or visit us at our Greencastle and York locations.
Chalk Talk, the only program dedicated exclusively to Franklin County High School football, is on MidPennBroadcasting.com. Join Gary Klein and Mike Montadoro every Thursday night at 7:30, streaming live from John Allison Public House, 401 East Baltimore Street in Greencastle. We preview each week's upcoming games and talk with the players, coaches, and reporters. You're invited to join the conversation. Email us your questions and comments during the show. Chalk Talk on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
This is Chambersburg Trojans football on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Welcome back. Halftime show is being brought to you by Antrim Insurance, your local Erie insurance agent, serving Greencastle, Waynesboro, Chambersburg, Mercersburg, and surrounding areas. Antrim Insurance, 169 South Antrim Way, Greencastle, 1685 East Main Street in Waynesboro. And some scores from around the Commonwealth tonight. Carlisle is trailing State College 23-0. These would have to be at the half or very near. CD East leads Mifflin County 13-6. Harrisburg and Cumberland Valley tied at 7. And here in Harrisburg, it's Chambersburg trailing the Rams 28-0.
Yeah, 28-0. And for the Trojans, really hasn't started out well at all tonight. For the Trojans, really hasn't had much offense at all, especially they had one nice drive there in the second quarter, but unable to score. Trojans, as far as the scoring for the Rams, one play. Riley Serve went in for 44 yards, the 7th touchdown of the season. And quickly, the Rams were up 6-0, extra point good by Jacob Kirshner. A.J. Marlar, the 6:05 mark, threw a 13-yard touchdown pass to Mitchell Nice. That'd be the first of 2 touchdowns thus far in a half for Mitchell. Made it 13-0, extra point good, and it was 14-0. Darius Johnson, one of the bright spots for Trojan. He did have some good runs for the Trojans, trying to get something going in the second quarter. After a Mitchell Nice scored the 8:58 mark, they made it 20-0, extra point good, 21-0. Trojans had the ball for a good chunk of that second quarter. They had it. They started to run on their own 20, but unable to do anything with it though. CD Rams got the ball back, 3:09 mark, 24-yard run, spinning and moving. Riley Serp going in for his second touchdown to make it 27-0. Extra point good, 28-0 Rams, and the Trojans. Not really a lot to talk about down by 4 touchdowns. They're just gonna have to try to keep it close. One more touchdown with no score by Chambersburg, and it will be a really quick second half because of the mercy rule.
Yes, and that will take it to the mercy rule with another score. And right now it's 28-0, and we're going to bring in Lizzie Arbogast, GameTimePA.com and Public Opinion, with some thoughts on the first half.
Well, it looks promising there for a play. And then, Darius Johnson broke out that, I think, 16, 18-yard run to start the game, and it looked good, and then it was not so good, and they moved the ball downfield, got into enemy territory once, small victories like we talked about certainly, but again, I can't quite finish it, can't quite get it in the end zone.
Yeah, it is, and the Trojans at least did have some drives. Did have that one drive early on, which
right.
Probably one of their better ones of the year. It didn't result in points, but managed to hang on to the ball for a while.
Right, yeah, and you talk about their defense. I mean, they made Mitchell Haller with a nice goal line stand. That was nice.
Yeah,
the defense is looks okay. They've just busted up a couple of big plays, I think, which is why CD has the advantage on the scoreboard that they do right now.
Yeah, it's 28-0 lead there. And as far as the stats go in the first half,
some stats. It doesn't look good for Chambersburg. Central Dauphin has 266 yards of offense. Chambersburg has 68. Darius Johnson is Trojans' leader, 34 yards on 5 carries. He's been doing all right. But on the other side, Raleigh Serb is Central Dauphin's leader with 87 yards. He does have the 2 touchdowns. They have a total of 179 rushing yards. So, but again, that comes to the 3 big plays. I mean, there were touchdowns of 24, 44, and 37 yards. So,
and that makes the difference. And that's been a thing that Coach Saunders has talked over and over about, the big plays.
Right.
And as much as you talk about it and work on it, it seems like you can't stop it.
You can't stop it, exactly. Chambersburg does have more first downs than Central Dauphin. Yeah, Chambersburg has 6 first downs and Central Dauphin only has 5.
Oh, so that is. So the Trojans have managed 6 to 5 in first downs.
But again, with big plays, you don't need first
downs. Right? Yeah, that's it. The big plays took care of that.
Right.
So,
I was interested that they seemed to look like they were going to try to score a touchdown at the end of the half, which I don't really understand why with 28 when you're up 28-0 with a minute and 44 left, why you're taking timeouts. But
we were discussing that here.
Right.
It makes I cannot understand that either.
I know they're kind of maybe still have that sour taste in their mouth from last year, but at the same time, okay, you're up 28-0.
Give
it time.
You're up 28-0, and very few people on the field tonight were even here last year. Most of the players are gone. Yeah.
Right. So I don't know. Maybe they want the next half to go fast. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, that would do it. Another touchdown would have made it 35.
Right, and that'll mercy roll it. So.
Yeah. So, but it's and then they attempted the field goal near the end of the half too. So,
yeah.
Yeah, timeout after it was like it was a nip and tuck ball game, and
right, exactly, and it's not.
Yeah, not at all. So one more score will put it into the mercy rules.
Right, and CD is receiving to start the half, so it might not take that long.
Yeah, so it could be on the first possession there.
Yeah, they haven't punted yet this game, so.
Yeah, and so it was, the long season for Chambersburg continues.
Yes. The goal line stand was good though. I was impressed with that.
Yeah.
When they're fourth and 1 from the 1 yard line, that's pretty impressive. So
Yeah, absolutely.
small victories.
So it was good. So a few here and there, and hopefully they add up into one in the win column.
Yeah,
eventually.
there you go. Eventually.
Yeah.
Not tonight.
Yeah. Okay, Lizzie. Thanks a lot.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thanks for joining us, and we are at the half, and it's homecoming tonight here in Harrisburg at Landis Field, and it's been all Rams. They lead it at the half, 28-0 on the F&M Trust, the sports network, on midpenbroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com. We'll be back with more of the Antrim Insurance halftime report after these messages.
Hey, insurance companies that want to spend a gazillion dollars on funny TV ads can go right ahead, as long as it's not my money paying for it. For seriously good auto, home, business, or life insurance, I go to Erie Insurance, where a great price is just the start. You get unbelievable service, independent agents you can really trust, and superior products. But don't just take it from me. Talk to your local Erie agent.
Call Antrim Insurance. In Greencastle, call 593-0500. In Waynesboro, call 762-4565.
It's home equity season at F&M Trust. The best time of year to rake in big savings with some of the best rates around on a home equity loan or line of credit. To rake in your savings during home equity season, visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Have heating or air conditioning needs? Look no further than Lecron's Comfort Solutions. We service all brands: heat pumps, humidifiers, system replacements, gas, oil, electric heat, and ductless systems. Lecron's Comfort Solutions is your authorized Terrain dealer. Call Corey at 717-597-3768 for a free estimate. We are licensed and insured. Lecron's Comfort Solutions. Local company, local name. Serving Greencastle and all of Franklin County with professional service and installation.
Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency, has been serving the tri-state area for 35 years. We specialize in screen printing and embroidered clothing. Del Martin Incorporated supplies a full range of brand name uniforms for athletic, work, and medical applications, and a full line of advertising essentials. We have an in-house artist ready to put your ideas to work for you. T-shirts for schools, clubs, churches, and events. Del Martin Incorporated, 21 Sarah Susan Lane, Greencastle. Phone 717-597-5751 or online at delprint.com.
Streaming live with over 70 local sporting events a year, this is midpenbroadcasting.com.
If it hadn't been for Cotton Eye Joe, I'd been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? If it hadn't been for Cotton Eye Joe, I'd been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
Gary Klein along with Mike Berger back here at halftime at Central Dauphin High School, or actually Landis Field, Speed Eversole Stadium at Landis Field, at Central Dauphin Middle School, the home of both the Rams and the CD East Panthers. And Central Dauphin rolling to a 28-0 halftime lead on homecoming night.
Yeah, Chambers was playing as good as a Roger Goodell press conference tonight so far here in the first half. 28 points they're down, and what makes it even worse for Chambersburg, they got to sit at an extended halftime with the homecoming going on, so now they just got to sit and think about what they can do against these Rams. The Rams, they just have too many weapons. They have a lot of offensive options by Chambersburg. On the meantime, they rely a lot on Darius Johnson. When Darius Johnson is covered, there you don't got really much to go to. And when they're trying to find somebody, when Leedy is scrambling, he's finding players from 2 or 3 yards out from the line of scrimmage. And once they get that football, there's nowhere to go. You got to get 10 yards for a first down, as everybody knows. And when you're only getting 1 yard, -2, 3 yards here and there, you're going to be using your feet a lot in terms of kicking the football as a punt. So for the Trojans, it's one of those things where you're just trying to get some type of momentum, some type of positive outcome here in the second half. You don't want to be down another touchdown without scoring, or it's going to be a very fast second half. And what Liz were talking about there, Central Dauphin, they had that, lost after they won 20 straight games against the Trojans. Trojans, totally different team. Can't even talk about a comparison. You have probably 60% of your squad not even here anymore. You have a lot of new players. You have a lot reduced squad on the field, and you have a team that's going for a field goal already up. I don't know. I don't understand why that was occurring. It was a 4th and 2 situation. You try to get the 2 yards. If not, you just keep the clock going. You're up 28-0. What's that field goal going to do for you? You're going to think the Trojans are going to score 28 unanswered points, and that field goal is going to make or break your game? Well, they must have a lot of confidence in the Trojans coming back in this game.
Yeah, if that is the difference in the ball game, I think everybody would be pretty happy, regardless of the outcome. Right? If the Trojans could pull that close in the ball game. Some other scores here we have. It's now going to the half, and East Pennsboro leads Shippensburg by a score of 7-0, and after running 24 of the first 33 plays in Cumberland Valley territory, Harrisburg scored a touchdown to pull even 7-7 with Cumberland Valley, and that game is at the half at Chapman Field in Cumberland Valley. Was trying to find a Waynesboro score here, and I've not been able to see any updates on that. They were playing at Cedar Cliff tonight. And here it is. Oh, at the half.
They were losing 20-0.
And it is. I just saw Lizzie's update here. It's 39-12 at the half. Cedar Cliff is leading Waynesboro in that ball game. At the half, 39-12. And we'll see if we can get some other updates from around. And Greencastle has gone ahead 13-0 of Big Spring in the second quarter. That one will be behind us a little bit tonight as Greencastle still, I think, the only school left that starts at 7:30 p.m. For their games. And as far as across the Commonwealth tonight, State College 23, Carlisle nothing, 13-6. CD East leads Mifflin County. And as we mentioned, Harrisburg and Cumberland Valley tied at 7. And looking over to the Mid-Penn Colonial, see if there are any updates there at all to pass along to you. We told you about the East Pennsboro 7, Shippensburg nothing. We're assuming these are going to be at halftime. And everything there, Northern York, as you mentioned, Mike's 14-0 lead over James Buchanan. And Big Spring trailing Greencastle 13-0. And as we just mentioned, Cedar Cliff is leading Wadesboro by a score of 39-12 at the half. And we'll be back with more from Harrisburg at halftime. It is Central Dauphin 28, Chambersburg nothing on the F&M Trust, the sports network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Days are shorter now, and South Central PA is showing off her best fall colors. That means home equity season at F&M Trust. The best time of year to rake in big savings with some of the best rates around on a home equity loan or line of credit. Access extra funds for anything you want. Consolidate high-interest bills, keep up with college expenses, or get whatever you need. It's up to you. To rake in your savings during home equity season, visit any F&M Trust office or fmtrustonline.com. Restrictions apply. Equal housing lender.
When you're ready to break away from the routine and step into a hassle-free world of fun and adventure, Klein Tours is the partner you need to make fantasy a reality. For more than 20 years, Klein Tours Incorporated has taken care of all the details for people traveling from the four-state region of South Central Pennsylvania, Western Maryland, the Eastern Panhandle of West Virginia, and Winchester, Virginia area. Whether you're looking for a 1- or 2-day tour to the bright lights of New York City or the fun and excitement of Atlantic City, we've got you covered. And we offer special bonus packages so you can get more for your hard-earned dollar. Klein Tours is not only your source for major sports events and tickets to Broadway shows, we also offer multi-day air trips to destinations like Las Vegas and New Orleans. Subscribe to our newsletter for travel updates, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter. Our online travel center features real-time availability and purchasing is easy. Tours can also be reserved by phone at 717-597-5997.
Chalk Talk, the only program dedicated exclusively to Franklin County High School football, is on MidPennBroadcasting.com. Join Gary Klein and Mike Montedoro every Thursday night at 7:30, streaming live from John Allison Public House, 401 East Baltimore Street in Greencastle. We preview each week's upcoming games and talk with the players, coaches, and reporters. You're invited to join the conversation. Email us your questions and comments during the show. Chalk Talk on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Live and local. This is MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Tonight's halftime show has been brought to you by Antrim Insurance, your local Erie insurance agent, serving Greencastle, Wadesboro, Chambersburg, Mercersburg, and surrounding areas. Antrim Insurance, 169 South Antrim Way, Greencastle, at 1685 East Main Street in Wadesboro. And we want to remind you again that you can register to win a pair of tickets and bus transportation to see the Washington Redskins and Philadelphia Eagles at FedEx Field, Landover, Maryland, coming up on Saturday, December the 20th. That's Saturday, the 20th of December. And tonight's key word is comeback. And just email the word comeback from our broadcast page. Click on register to win, and you're automatically in for the drawing for those two tickets to see the Redskins and Philadelphia Eagles December 20th. Our winner will be announced Friday, October 31st during the Trojans Cumberland Valley game at halftime. And they still all are and will always be the Washington Redskins as far as I'm concerned.
And who knows, you may need to be a quarterback for that game.
Yeah. RG3 is injured, and we'll see if he'll even be back by then. It's a very interesting season for Washington.
Yeah, it's a different season, same story, it seems like.
Yeah. And they did have an outstanding game with Jacksonville last week,
right.
But they'll need to carry that over. But we are at the half, almost ready for the second half kickoff. And we sort of join us every Thursday night from John Allison. And we're live from John Allison Public House in Greencastle with Chalk Talk. Mike Montedoro and I with special guests every week. Last past Thursday, great to have Darwin Seiler, head coach of Fairfield. And what a story that is with Fairfield as they went to the playoffs last year, Class A school, as football has made a real comeback, 2-1 this season. And very interesting talking to Darwin. He was the former head coach at Waynesboro. And, I asked Darwin last night, and of course Mike Montedoro, a coach too, wanting to find, Waynesboro in all these years, decades, why is it they can't come up with a winning program? Darwin said, if I knew that, I'd still be coaching in Waynesboro. So, and very, very true. But they've tried to get it turned around there, and the Trojans trying to get it turned around here. They're trailing 28-0, well on their way to their fourth consecutive loss to start the season.
Yeah, unlike Waynesboro, the Trojans have had some great years the last couple. Waynesboro hasn't had any good years in decades.
It has been. I think it almost goes back to the Blue Mountain League days. And And that's been a long time ago, back in the 80s, early 90s, when the Mid-Penn was formed. And with Waynesboro, you got a quad A school that play AAA and AA teams that have problems competing. But we are ready for second half action. Central Dauphin gets the kickoff. And if they score here, it will put the mercy rule into effect if they score and get the extra point conversion. And it's a short kick. And it's going to be taken by the Rams at the 35-yard line. And that's where they'll start.
Yeah, Gabriel Terrell, number 43, with the ball there for the Rams. Trojans are right on top of them, so the Rams will have the ball on the 35-yard line.
So that's where it play starts, on the 35. As the Rams go to work 65 yards away from pay dirt. They've scored early and often. And they're rolling 28-0. And there's motion now to the right. And the quarterback back, and he'll hand the football off. And busting through, getting room all the way up to the 44-yard line on the carry is Chamiti Akpera. So it'll be a second down and 1 yard to go from the 44. Second and 1. Rams 2-1 on the season. Trojans 0-3. And this is week 1 of Mid-Penn Commonwealth play, as well as week 1 of league play all across the Mid-Penn. And the quick handoff again is going to net, I think, a first down. It looked like forward progress had every bit of it. Raleigh Serb.
Yeah, Raleigh Serb had a touchdown there. The first play that Cumberland Central Dolphins saw the football, he ran in for 44 yards, his seventh TD of the year.
Find it interesting that the Trojans actually had more first downs than the Rams in the first half, and the pass is incomplete, intended at the 50-yard line from quarterback A.J. Millar. And it'll be a 2nd and 10 for the Rams here on the first drive of the second half. And motion to the right. And there's the handoff again. And this is Serb breaking his way through Trojan defenders. And he's going to get it down to about the 42-yard line. So now it'll be a 3rd and 1. And very quickly the Rams back.
Yeah, they're quick. In fact, the Trojans almost had too many men on the field there. As Reggie Adams, he was running as fast as he could to the sideline.
And it'll be a first down for the Rams. 10:35 remaining to be played in quarter number 3. And Millar has it off, has it complete, and it's going to be down to the 29-yard line.
Yeah, catch by Justin Selak, number 19, 180-pound senior. And it's very close, and they're going to call it officially a first down.
So the Rams with another first down at the Trojan 29-yard line. And this is quarterback back again under pressure, and the Trojans had him, left him out to throw down and now into the end zone for a touchdown. In what should have been a quarterback sack.
And what's going to be instead a touchdown by Justin Selak to make it 34-0.
And now the mercy rule, if the Rams can connect on this one with 9:52 to be played in the third quarter. So it'll be Kirshner attempting the extra. And the snap, the kick is down. It is up. It is good. And if 9:52 to go, 35-0 Central Dauphin on the F&M Trust, a sports network on midpenbroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
It's home equity season at F&M Trust. The best time of year to rake in big savings with some of the best rates around on a home equity loan or line of credit. To rake in your savings during home equity season, visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Streaming live with over 70 local sporting events a year, this is midpenbroadcasting.com.
Gary Klein with Mike Berger back here at Central Dauphin Speed Ebersol Stadium at Landis Field. And once the Rams kick it off here, the clock's going to continue to move with 9:52 to play in the third quarter. See, they do stop the clock after a score.
And a down player injury.
An injury, yeah.
And the Rams use some timeouts.
Yeah, and they
like they did in the first half.
They made sure they got their allotment in the
right.
first half. Hey, they're entitled to them. You might as well use them.
Right, you know.
Yeah. They don't draw interest. There's no carryover. And, boy, that's a good-looking kick. Taken by the Trojans near the goal line, running it out and getting it up to about the 17-yard line.
And the official is waving to stop the clock, and the clock is stopped at 9:46. I don't understand.
Caleb Jones on the return, yes.
Unless they change that rule this year to 35 points.
And the clock is stopped. Not sure. But I know it is still 35 points.
Now they started. Maybe they have some rookie officials on the field.
And there is the handoff and getting back maybe to the line of scrimmage, if that, depending where the spot of the football comes.
Yeah, the back judge at the end of that, when the kickoff, he was waving to stop the clock. And the scorekeeper, timekeeper, that they have to watch the officials. What they do is that's how they run that time round the money.
And it'll be a 2nd and 10 now for the Trojans. And this is Leedy back, has it off, incomplete. There it is. Flag, interference on the Rams as they were all over Boaz Pogue. So it'll be pass interference.
Yeah, number 7 for the Rams, Toby Maduka. I guess I need to check my rule book, Gary, on mercy rule. The clock is now stopped again.
It's always been 35, Mike, and it has been here this year, but a penalty? I mean, I don't think they normally stop it on a penalty. And this will be Boaz Pogue out to the right again. And Leedy, the quarterback, is going to hand it off, but maybe a yard. Is that Darius Johnson? And that'll bring up a 2nd down. Should have got about a yard on the play. Loss of 2. Okay, 2nd and 12. Second and 12. Leedy fires it incomplete over on the far side, over on the Rams side of the field. And it'll be a 3rd down and 12. And the clock is running there on the incomplete pass.
They should have had the mercy rule last night in the NFL game of the week on Thursday.
Yeah, I think the Bucks would have liked that. 3rd and 12. So the Trojans trying to come up with a first down to keep this drive moving. Down 35-0. Leedy over the middle, and he poke had it and dropped it at the 45-yard line. It's a good-looking play, but Boaz unable to hang on to it.
And we haven't said Boaz Pogue's name too much tonight. Deron Jennings was smothering him on the defensive side, and his hands out, incomplete. Trojans are going to have to punt.
So the Chambersburg Central Dauphin has not punted the ball yet tonight. And that is going to be a short kick. And it's also going to take a Rams roll at midfield at the 50. There was possibly a loose football, but they're going to give it to Rams.
Yeah, there was that touch by the Rams touched it. The Trojans had a chance to recover.
So the Rams take over again with 6:20 remaining in the third quarter. And the Rams right at midfield, first down and 10 yards to go. And there's a bobbled snap, but the Rams fall on it back at the 43-yard line. All at once, CD having problems hanging on to the football.
It's getting colder out, Gary. Grass gets a little moist. The football, you know.
Down to 5:48 to play. Third quarter. And as we expected, it's been a big night for the Central Dauphin Rams. Pass is off, and I think it is incomplete. And it is. And that'll be a third down and 16. So here come the Rams once again on the 3rd and 6. And they hand off, and now breaking tackles all over the place down the right sideline is number 2 for the Rams, and that is Chimini Akpera.
Yeah, the whole team of the Trojans trying to stop him. And he's stepped out of bounds. First down for the Rams. Clock is stopped. Officials are talking to the coaches of the Rams right now.
And we have the whistle and a stoppage of play. Was that a timeout?
Not sure, but the band's striking up a tune, trying to get the crowd awake here on the visitor side.
For having the mercy rule, we've had a lot of stoppages, haven't we?
Right. It's like you're on 81 coming home from work.
Yeah. yeah. Which could be a real adventure, yeah.
Right.
Anywhere on 81. There is the handoff again and up over the 20 to the 19-yard line. Will be third down and about 5. Rams again.
Rams are looking to score, too. They're not just running the football.
And there is the handoff, but not much room at all. Colby Shearer, the ball carrier. And the 3rd and 5 for Central Dauphin. No gain on the play. Just under 3.5 minutes remaining to be played here in the third quarter. And there's again the whistle. And a penalty against the Central Dauphin. I believe it was delay a game.
Some type of illegal procedure by the Rams.
And the clock is stopped.
I need to understand this rule because.
Well, you were an official.
I know. And the arm keeps saying keep going. Unless there's a touchdown, a timeout, somebody injured. They must. It doesn't say they don't tweak rules every year.
And quarterback is back. He throws, and it is incomplete. Off the fingertips of the intended Rams receiver.
Let's see what the Rams do here. 4th and 8. Are they going to try to score? Maybe do a little field goal to try to cushion the lead? What's your guess, Gary?
Deshaun Paul was the intended receiver, and believe it or not, they're going for the field goal.
That would be your strategy up 35-0?
No, I don't think it would. I would just run the football.
Yeah, that's not a
28. It'll be a 38-yarder. The spot of the football at the 28, and the kick is up, and it is good. So the Rams are piling it on. They lead it with 2:10 to play, 38-0 on the F&M Trust Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Chalk Talk, the only program dedicated exclusively to Franklin County High School football, is on MidPennBroadcasting.com. Join Gary Klein and Mike Montedoro every Thursday night at 7:30, streaming live from John Allison Public House, 401 East Baltimore Street in Greencastle. We preview each week's upcoming games and talk with the players, coaches, and reporters. You're invited to join the conversation. Email us your questions and comments during the show. Chalk Talk on MidPennBroadcasting.com. Your home for Franklin County sports. This is MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Little questionable move there with the Rams up 35-0, going for the field goal to make it 38-0, and the kickoff will be coming.
I guess they're saying not in our house what you did to us last year after 20 straight wins against the Trojans.
And there's the Trojans taking it in the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 20-yard line to start where it'll be 1st and 10 from that spot.
I mean, they've already proven they're the better team when they were up 14-0 in the first. I mean, what else do they need to do? I mean, they won this game. Let's play it out.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt whatsoever that they are the better team. We knew that coming in. And the handoff, and really nothing there. And it's high on the carry. It'll be a 2nd down and 11 yards. They're saying he lost a yard on the play, so 2nd and 11. Time winding down to about 1:10. And there's motion to the left for the Trojans. Play action, and Leedy under pressure gets knocked down, throws it off, incomplete. That'll bring up a 3rd and 11 already for Chambersburg. And they trail in this one by a score of 38-0. Central Dauphin scored the first time they had the football tonight.
First play.
Yeah, right, the first play, and they really haven't stopped since. Chambersburg yet to get any points on the board. And we have a whistle, and
So we got a timeout. Chambersburg wasn't ready in their offensive setup there, so Saunders wants to talk it over.
And this broadcast is brought to you by the retirement planning experts at F&M Trust. Points your future in the right direction with smarter retirement planning from F&M Trust. Receive personalized planning with tailored strategies, face-to-face meetings with expert guidance, and ongoing monitoring with regular reports. All from a local retirement specialist who really knows you. Schedule your free, no-obligation retirement review at F&M Trust today. So the Trojans here going to work now, third down and 11 yards to go, 3rd and 11. And Hunter Leedy back again and throws, and it is incomplete.
Yeah, looking for Darius Johnson, 18 there. A little too far to the left on the pass. Johnson a leap over around the sideline, and Trojans are punting.
So another 3 and out for Chambersburg. And that was the final play of quarter number 3. It is Central Dauphin 38, Chambersburg nothing on the F&M Trust Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
It's home equity season at F&M Trust. The best time of year to rake in big savings with some of the best rates around on a home equity loan or line of credit. To rake in your savings during home equity season, visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
There's nothing like being at the game. The excitement, the fun, the food, and all the waste. Whether it's popcorn boxes, hot dog wrappers, or this soda cup. Big games generate tons of waste. That's why Waste Management is helping stadiums and businesses reduce waste altogether through recycling and organic composting. To learn more, talk to your local waste management representative or visit thinkgreen.com.
Chalk Talk. We talk high school football every Thursday night at 7:30 on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Buddy, you're a boy, make a big noise, playing in the street, gonna be a big man someday. You got mud on your face, you big disgrace, kicking your can all over the place, singing, we will rock you.
And there comes the punt taken by the Central Dauphin Rams at the 44-yard line.
Yeah, it's getting a little restless there in the field. Trojans and upset now, down 38-0. And the Rams, you would think, Gary, that when they have the ball, they're just going to just get the clock going and get out of here.
Doesn't appear that that's going to happen, though, Mike, at least not through 3 quarters.
I mean, they do have 3 timeouts left.
Yeah, plenty of time to draw up some plays.
Maybe they're just upset from last week's loss to Wilson. They're just trying to get all their frustration out this week.
And here come the Rams, left to right here in the 4th quarter. And a quarterback will take it himself and work his way up over the 40 to the 39-yard line.
Number 12 with the play there, that was Phil Batrina, 150-pound junior. And he's doing the quarterback duties right now for the Rams as Coach McNamee, I guess, finally decided to put some second stringers in.
So this will bring up a second down and 5. And there is the handoff again. And fighting for room, but getting knocked down for a loss is the ball carrier, Dylan Weaver. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And it'll be a 3rd down and 8 yards to go for the Rams. Motion again, and quarterback back under trouble, and there comes the sack back at the 45-yard line. The sack of Phil Petrina.
Yeah, Colton Brookins, nice tackle there. Gets the visiting crowd, Chambersburg side, happy about that. Brookins had a lot of good tackles here this season. Kind of showing his frustration after what's going on here in the capital city.
Cumberland Valley has moved out ahead of Harrisburg 13-7 with 11:33 to go in the game. And here comes the Rams punt. It's bobbled by the Trojans, and a flag and also a scramble for the football.
Yeah, Rams say they have it. The officials say they do, but there is a flag.
So we'll have to see what the flag is about. That is James Buchanan down only 14-7. And they just started the 4th quarter, so they're very much alive against the Northern Polar Bears. So it is Rams ball. 1st and 10 at the Trojans' 25, quarterback keeper, and up to about the 24-yard line.
Mitchell Holler there, body slams Phil Petrina there. We say a lot of Holler and Colton Brookins. Definitely a key catalyst in the defense for the Trojans. But too many big plays by the Rams tonight.
Actually, they've just started the second half in Greencastle. Well, 13-7.
Snow or what's going on down there?
Well, 7:30 start.
Yeah, that doesn't help.
Because Ed Gottwall said not starting second half until 8:50. Ouch. And there is the handoff, and it's up around the 20-yard line. We'll have a late finish in Greencastle.
Well, you got the brand new sheets up the street. They're always open.
Well, yes.
You want to get a late
one
night
on each
dinner.
side of town.
Right.
And motion coming to the right. Quarterback back, rolling right, throwing. It is intercepted by the Trojans. Intercepted by Chambersburg at about the 11-yard line.
Yeah, Caden Hoover with the catch there. The freshman did a little front dive. Got his fingertips grasping the football. He'll feel good about himself tonight. Interception put in the books. And the Trojans will have the ball.
And we'll try to update you on some scores here. East Pennsboro now out in front of Shippensburg, 21-0. As Leedy, the quarterback, will hand the football off. With the time moving down to 7:12. Northern York over James Buchanan, 14-7 in the 3rd quarter. Cedar Cliff now leads Waitsboro 53-12. And Greencastle Antrim early 3rd quarter leading Big Spring 13-0. We'll get you some scores here momentarily from around the Commonwealth. And here is quarterback leading back. He throws, and it is incomplete. And it looks like the closest Trojan receiver to the football was Jacob Bellagio.
Yeah, that's a long drive, Cedar Cliff. Ain't right off 81 to be losing 53.
Yes, it is. And this is Leedy back again and throwing. He has it off and incomplete up at about the 18-yard line. And it's still State College 23, Carlisle.
Looks like 6. 8 or 6.
Yeah, it is an 8. It was 6. Apparently, Carlisle had a safety. And there is the kick, and the Rams are going to take it at the 35-yard line. And we have Harrisburg. We mentioned Cumberland Valley went ahead of Harrisburg. That's 13-7, fourth quarter. 26-12 is the CD East lead over Mifflin County. And here at Speed Ebersol Stadium at Landis Field, this one has belonged to the Central Dauphin Rams from the opening kickoff. It's 38-0 Rams. And they have the football again. And we'll hand it off and trying to come around the right side and breaking through some Trojan defenders. And finally brought out of bounds is Dylan Weaver. But after a big gain down to the 17-yard line.
Time's ticking. 4:45 left in the contest, but the Rams, they think they can get our score here.
And they're in position to do just that, Mike, with 4:32 to play. And quarterback is going to keep it, and he'll get up to about the 15-yard line.
Looks like they got another person under center. Deron Jennings, number 17 now, doing the quarterback duties.
6'2", 178-pound sophomore.
I mean, when you got 75 players there on the sidelines, you can do that type of stuff. Bring different players in. And
they have every bit of 75, Mike. I think it's closer to 90 by the looks of their roster. But you know what a great tradition, CD football, and there is the pass off and complete up just shy of the 20-yard line. Down to 3:25 to go. So the Rams keep it on the ground, and we'll get down to about the 11-yard line.
Rams still have all 3 timeouts.
Hopefully they won't use them this time, Mike. We're down to 2:40 in the game. 2 minutes, 40 seconds to play. Moving clock, mercy rule in effect. Third down and 1 now for the Rams. 3rd and 1. Jennings, the quarterback. 4th quarterback used tonight by the Rams. There's the handoff. And picking up some yardage down inside the 5 to about the 3-yard line. So it'll be 1st and goal from the 3. With the moving clock down to 1 minute and 45. And a 38-0 Rams lead. And very quickly, the Trojans bring Jennings to the ground.
I mean, the Rams, basically all their scoring was there in the first half to get this situation. There's been a touchdown, 9:52 mark in the third, and then that field goal tacked on. The 2:10 mark, no scoring has happened here in the fourth quarter.
So it'll be a 2nd down and 5. And there's the handoff and into the end zone, touchdown.
It's a touchdown. Let's see who scored it for the Rams.
Come on.
It looks like it was number 4, Armor Control, with the score.
So that'll make it 44-0.
And that's what they needed, Gary. They needed to get that score there to make it a 44-point lead.
Well, they did keep it. It wasn't like they were. This kick is up, and it is good. So that will make it 45-0. The Rams lead with 55 seconds remaining in the game. In 1 year, Waste Management managed enough recycled material to fill the Empire State Building 27.2 times. With experience like that, we are bound to have a program that can help your business recycle. Talk to Waste Management or visit www.wm.com today. On behalf of Waste Management, best of luck to the Chambersburg Trojans. And 55 seconds remaining in this one. A 45-0 whitewashing here tonight in progress by the Central Dauphin Rams. And tonight's game also brought to you by RE/MAX agent Lois Baer. RE/MAX Premier Executives of State Line, phone 597-2777. We'll take another look and update scores for you before we leave tonight from scores around the Commonwealth at Colonial on the Antrim Insurance post-game show. Under a minute to go, and if you're Chambersburg, it can't end soon enough, Mike.
Right, the bus is running, warming up.
And
time to get out of here.
Trojans take it at the goal line, and they are running back to the 30 and up to about the 35-yard line. If there's one thing they may want to accomplish is put some points on the board tonight.
Yeah, I mean, last week they lost, 50-10?
Yeah, 50-10 to the hands of Lower Dauphin, and this week trailing 45-0.
So now their average points per game went down with tonight's, unless they score here.
Yes, they've scored, 10 plus.
They're averaging a little less than a touchdown a game.
And here is the play up to the 35-yard line. I think they scored 10 in the Greencastle game. None against Shippensburg. 10
last week and none tonight.
So through 4 games, they're averaging 5 points a game. Final seconds ticking off, and that is going to be the ball game tonight as Coach Mark Saunders makes his way out to shake hands with the officials and to greet Glenn McNamee of the Central Dauphin Rams. And quite a different scene here tonight than a year ago. It was one of jubilation for the Trojans as they had their biggest victory in many a year. But tonight, Central Dauphin back on the winning track, 45-0 over Chambersburg. And we'll be back with the Antrim Insurance postgame show after these messages on the F&M Trust Sports Network. on midpennbroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
It's home equity season at F&M Trust. The best time of year to rake in big savings with some of the best rates around on a home equity loan or line of credit. To rake in your savings during home equity season, visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Hey, insurance companies that want to spend a gazillion dollars on funny TV ads can go right ahead, as long as it's not my money paying for it. For seriously good auto, home, business, or life insurance, I go to Erie Insurance, where a great price is just the start. You get unbelievable service, independent agents you can really trust, and superior products. But don't just take it from me. Talk to your local Erie agent.
Call Antrim Insurance. In Greencastle, call 593-0500. In Waynesboro, call 762-4565.
Have heating or air conditioning needs? Look no further than Lecron's Comfort Solutions. We service all brands: heat pumps, humidifiers, system replacements, gas, oil, electric heat, and ductless systems. Lecron's Comfort Solutions is your authorized terrain dealer. Call Corey at 717-597-3768 for a free estimate. We are licensed and insured. Lecron's Comfort Solutions. Local company, local name. Serving Greencastle and all of Franklin County with professional service and installation.
Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency, has been serving the tri-state area for 35 years. We specialize in screen printing and embroidered clothing. Del Martin Incorporated supplies a full range of brand-name uniforms for athletic, work, and medical applications, and a full line of advertising essentials. We have an in-house artist ready to put your ideas to work for you. T-shirts for schools, clubs, churches, and events. Del Martin Incorporated, 21 Sarah Susan Lane, Greencastle. Phone 717-597-5751 or online at delprint.com.
Every day, Fast Signs helps businesses with their visual communications. We ask the right questions, recommend smart solutions, and help you build your business. At Fast Signs, we're innovators, planners, and designers, and we're more than ready to help. Contact Fast Signs today.
Visit www.fastsigns.com or visit us at our Greencastle and York locations.
Live and local. This is MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Gary Klein with Mike Berger back here at Central Dauphin Speed Ebersol Stadium at Landis Field, where the Rams rout the Trojans tonight by a score of 45-0. And Mike, with Lizzie left, who was working the game, she looked over and said Chambersburg did not even have 10 yards offense in the second half. So it's tough to watch, to be honest.
Yeah, it's tough to watch. I'm an alum of the Chambersburg High School, and I mean, you just don't want them to not have a win this year. I mean, that's just a backbreaker as far as the last couple of years. The Trojans were good. They were very competitive. I'm sure it was the hip thing in high school that our team, they're going to probably win tonight, and it's cool to be a Chambersburg Trojan football player. You don't want to end this season 0-10, and then it's kind of like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I want to play for this team. I mean, they got to get the pride back and try to find something to at least get a win or so here in the season. Unfortunately for them, now you're in the heat of the Mid-Penn schedule. You're going to be facing State College, Cumberland Valley, Harrisburg. You got Mifflin County, which they're not a bad ball club. You got Carlisle can be competitive, and this goes on. And you got Harrisburg. So I mean, it's not getting any better. And for Chambersburg, you got to kind of look at the positives. And for this type of game, you're really getting the shovel out. It's kind of like you're walking on the beach and you got that metal detector. You're trying to find a coin or something that's worth something. You're trying to find something positive for tonight's contest, and not much to really look at as far as something to look forward as a goal that you did well and to build on. They're going to have to really erase the board and kind of start from scratch.
Yeah, and it is, and the answer, we don't have it. There's no question. But, the Trojans will move on, play State College next week.
Yeah, and as far as the scoring, we'll make it really brief because as we've throughout the whole game, it's been touchdown Rams. Nothing for the Trojans, who was averaging 6.7 points per game coming in tonight's contest, and that got lowered with the no score tonight. The Trojans, they had the ball to start the game out. The first play of the game, we were all pumped up positive. Darius Johnson ran for 16 yards, but after that, the next 3 plays, they had a loss of 5 yards. So, I mean, you're not going to win many ball games when you have a sequence like that. First play, Riley Serb. He ran in 9:36 mark there in the first quarter, 44 yards, his 7th touchdown of the season. Then after that, it was the Rams. 6:05 first quarter. A.J. Miller threw a 13-yard pass over to Mitchell Nice. Extra point was good, and it was 14-0. Trojans did have a nice drive. We talked about maybe even the best drive of the year. They had their ball on their own 20-yard line, and there was a couple penalties. There was a face mask penalty, got a couple good first downs. And unfortunately, though, there was a penalty for the Trojans that caused they couldn't do nothing with the ball. They had it all the way finally into Rams territory, but could not score. And at halftime, they were down. And then going into the second quarter, it was more Rams. 8:58 mark. Mitchell Nice with his second TD of the contest made it 20-0. Extra point good. 21-0 Central Dauphin. 3:09 before halftime. A 24-yard run by Riley Serb. Riley Serb, he's the speedster of the team. He's a junior 190-pounder, and he was moving and running and spinning around the Trojan defense. He ran in for 24 yards. His second touchdown of the contest. 27-0 Rams, and at halftime, Coach Saunders had a lot of talking to do as they were down 28-0. As soon as we got to halftime, we were talking about, once they score, Central Dauphin once more without the Trojans scoring, we're going to be talking about mercy rule. And the 9:52 mark, Justin Jalak with a 29-yard run-in touchdown made it 34-0. Extra point, 35-0. And then the officials got their rule books out trying to figure out what the mercy rule is. They were stopping the clock when they shouldn't have. We probably should have ended about 10 minutes ago. And but for some reason, 2:10 mark, the Rams decided to tack on to the score. Jacob Kirshner had a field goal, made it 38-0. That was at the 5:58 mark. And then another touchdown, this time by Arnold Contrell. Arnold Contrell ran in for 13 yards and made it 44-0. Extra point good, 45. And then the clock was ticking. Trojans they had the ball there to end the game, couldn't do anything with it. And they go to the locker room getting ready for that drive from Harrisburg to Chambersburg with another defeat. They lose tonight 45-0 and go now to 0-4.
And quickly we'll give some scores because there have been some changes. First of all, in the Commonwealth Division, State College out in front of Carlisle 30-8. CD East 26, Mifflin County 12. These games still in progress. Fourth quarter. It is now Cumberland Valley has got it rolling. They're 28-7 over Harrisburg. And, of course, the game you just saw here, 45-0, the Central Dauphin Rams over the Chambersburg Trojans. And do you some updates from the Mid-Penn Colonial. And in the Colonial tonight, East Pennsboro, this is going final. They have defeated Shippensburg 28-0. Northern York leads James Buchanan 14-7. Waynesboro loses to Cedar Cliff. You thought it was bad here, 60-20. Excuse me. And Greencastle now leading Big Spring by only 13-7. And that one is in the third quarter.
Wow, maybe we can go down and be able to see the end of that. It's only the third quarter.
That's it. Well, you can tune in on Mid-Penn Broadcasting and catch the rest of it. Greg Hoover, Mike Montadoro are there to call the action tonight from Cayley Field in Greencastle, and can flip over to the Greencastle feed. That's also on GameTimePA.com tonight. And invite you to join us Thursday night, John Allison Public House in Greencastle. I'll be there along with Mike Montadoro for Chalk Talk. And if you come in and tell Mike you heard us mention it, he'll buy you a beer. So come on down.
Oh, wow.
Montadoro's buying. Just put it on his tab. And we'll be there on Thursday night at the John Allison Public House in Greencastle. Again, here tonight, Chambersburg losing this ball game by a score of 45-0. And reminder to be with us next week as the Chambersburg Trojans will play host to the State College Little Lions, and we'll have that game here on Mid-Penn Broadcasting beginning at 6:30 p.m. Operating the camera tonight, Darby Sells. And for Mike Berger, I'm Gary Clyde. Tonight's game has been brought to you by F&M Trust Mobile. Bank wherever you are with your smartphone, transfer funds, pay bills, and more with the F&M Trust Mobile app. Details at fmtrustonline.com, member FDIC. Antrim Insurance, your local Erie insurance agent. By Waste Management, environmentally friendly technologies and advanced innovations. By Remax Premier Executive Agent Lois Baer. Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency serving the tri-state area for 35 years. By Lecron Comfort Solutions, serving all of Franklin County with professional service and installation. By Clyde Tours, New York City, Atlantic City, and more. Visit ClydeTours.net for complete tour schedule. Final score, 45-0 Central Dauphin. Good night, everyone.